all while teaching Catholic values. For more information, visit northsidecatholic.org. That's northsidecatholic.org, and be a part of something greater. Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, is making it easier than ever to find the right provider on a date and time that work with your busy schedule. Using the My Loyola online self-scheduling tool, you can make your next appointment in under a minute. Choose from over 30 specialties, in-person appointments or virtual visits, and your preferred date and time, then confirm and schedule. Head to loyolamedicine.org/schedule now to make your appointment today.
This spring, Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Back inside Gentile Arena, about 10-15 minutes away from this game between the Rams and the Ramblers. Before we talk about VCU, how about right now in Washington, D.C., the Revolutionaries leading Dayton 69-60 at the under 4 timeout. So GW, maybe they are a little more for real than we had thought. They're 11-3, 0-1 in the Atlantic 10, but a 9-point lead with less than 4 minutes left. They might have a big victory at home. Okay, let's talk about VCU CT. 10-4 on the year, 0-1 in the Atlantic 10. Lost to St. Bonaventure 77-75 on Tuesday, which was just a terrific game. Fun game to watch, well played. The teams combined for not a lot of turnovers, like, 17 turnovers between the two teams. St. Bonaventure had 6 in the entire game. They both shot over 48%. The Rams made 11 three-pointers, and I want to stop right there because three-pointers is the name of their game. More than 50% of their shots that they take are three-pointers. Only 43.8% of the points that they score come from two-pointers, which is 324th in the country. More than 37% of their points are three-pointers. Guard-heavy, Bamasil, Russell, Shulga, but they got some guys down low, and they've got a freshman in Luke Bomboye who's tied with Miles Rubin, or actually a little bit ahead of him in blocks per game. So they have a rim presence as well on the defensive end. I know you've watched them a bunch this season, CT. What do the VCU Rams bring to the table?
So I think they bring tremendous guard play. So you talk about Bamasil, Max Shulga, Philip Russell, and Zeb Jackson. I think that quartet of guards are probably as good as any guards that we'll see in the A10. I mean, I think like you put Bamasil and Shulga, they're probably in that first team all A10 caliber of guys. So like similar to like an Xavier Brown or Eric Reynolds over at St. Joe's. But then also, I mean, the Philip Russell, Zeb Jackson, I mean, those are guys that, really can stand out. They really shoot the ball. Zeb Jackson is also a lockdown defender. So I know he's going to be ready to take a challenge on probably JD or Dez. I assume that'll be who he's going to start on. But you just have to be ready to guard those guys, but then also on the defense end, make them work. Because, I mean, a lot of their offense goes through them. They're going to play big minutes. I don't think they have a ton of depth at the guard position. And, they really need those 4 guys to play well to be able to win games.
And you mentioned, JD. Dawson will start today, and it's a different-looking starting lineup today. I'll just go ahead and tell everybody. It'll be Watson, Dawson, Quinn, so 3 guards. And then it'll be Miles, no surprise, and Jalen Deloach will start against his former team today. So some of the adjustments maybe we were looking for from this Rambler team. Of course, an adjustment putting Jaden back in the lineup. That's not really an adjustment, I guess. But Jalen Deloach starting alongside Miles Rubin. Is that in response to something that VCU does? Or is it more of just maybe Drew Valentine and the staff saying, we just need to do something for us to change?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think it's going to be, the latter necessarily. So just needing to change something, shake it up. And I mean, obviously, JD is very familiar with the VCU program. So I think it does make a little bit more sense. I know Francis was starting in the 4 spot previously, but I mean, probably needs but maybe some different energy. Maybe we're seeing something different in this week in practice that the guys got. So I think that'll be a good conversation that we can have with Drew after the game.
Looking at VCU, their leading scorer is Joe Bamasiel, 16.7 points per game. That's 9th in the Atlantic 10. He's taken 96 three-pointers, which actually is only the 8th most in the conference. Eric Reynolds, by the way, has taken 121 three-pointers already this season. Then you have Max Shulga, 16 points a game. He is 8th in the A10 in assists at 3.6 a game. He gets to the free throw line a lot. He's top 60 in the country in free throw attempts. Loyola last year was able to shut him down, I think, by being aggressive with him, and maybe he not getting the calls that he maybe normally would get. So Loyola, if they employ that same strategy, they'll need the officials to be on their side. And that's not an early dig at the officials. It just depends on how the game will be called, whether they might be able to get away with those little things to annoy a guy like Shulga, who doesn't want the noise. He wants to play free.
Yeah, he wants to play free, he wants space, and I think last year we did a great job of crowding him, and then sliding our feet without fouling. So, I mean, you look at his stat line from last year, he played 30 minutes, had 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting, knocked in a three-pointer, had 4 rebounds, only 1 assist and 2 turnovers. So, really, he was a non-factor. I mean, the things that really hurt us, like Joe Bamasiel came off the bench, had 25 points. I mean, he just had a game. And then also I remember Kwani knocked in all 3 of his three-pointers. I remember one in particular. No disrespect to Phil Alston. I love Phil. He's a great guy. He fouled Kwani on a late 3 and knocked it in for a 4-point play. And that kind of, I think at that point, it pushed the game into double figures. And so then we were kind of clawing back late. And unfortunately, we just didn't have enough time to be able to just put together a solid run.
Yeah, looking back at that game last year in Richmond, there were 5 ties, 11 lead changes. Shooting percentages were 42%, 44% for VCU. Loyola didn't shoot the 3-ball well in that game, made 5 fewer threes and lose the game by 7. But they dominated in the paint, plus 10, had more points off turnovers, had a couple of second chance points fewer than VCU. Of course, 2 years ago here at Gentile Arena, VCU a little bit more of a dominating performance, won that game by 14. And Jalen Deloach in that game for VCU started, had 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks. So very happy to have him on your side. There's only a couple of guys remaining from that team that Deloach played with, them being Afonso Fats Billups. And I have the other one written down, and it's escaping me. It'll come back. And Zeb Jackson was on the team, I think, as a freshman and then a sophomore, not playing a ton at that point. Or he had transferred from Michigan, I think, for that season. So it's going to be interesting to see how Deloach performs against his former school. There's no coaches that are still with the program. So, I mean, it's VCU, but there's really only 2 familiar faces on the other side for him. How about this? GW pulling away late. They're going to win by 20 over Dayton, 82-62. So that is an early shock in this Atlantic 10 season. Richmond's about to go to 2-0. They're up by 10 at UMass. St. Bonaventure plays at Fordham, Duquesne at Davidson, George Mason at Rhode Island. All those games getting underway at the same time as us. So CT, maybe some early chaos already in the Atlantic 10 season. And Loyola, I guess we'll try to add to that because all prognostications say that VCU is favored to win this game today. But Loyola and Gentile Arena will have something to say about that. VCU, Ryan Odom, second year as the head coach. Of course, with UMBC for 5 years, Utah State for a couple of years, was the head coach at UMBC when they beat Virginia in that 16-1 game. 2 successful years at Utah State, 24-14 last year with the Rams, 10-4 to begin this season. Third all-time meeting, VCU and Loyola coming up here at Gentile Arena on a Saturday afternoon, the first Saturday of 2025. We'll step aside for the national anthem and come back with the starting lineups of the opening tip. Ramblers and Rams here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
Rambler fans, make plans for your next trip to Gentile Arena by visiting RamblerTickets.com, your official source for Loyola Athletics tickets. Men's basketball seats start at only $14 per game. Visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF. Make sure to follow the Ramblers on social media at RamblersMBB for all the latest news, updates, videos, and highlights.
On the alley-oop! Are you kidding me?
That's at RamblersMBB on Instagram and Twitter.
Great Central Brewing Company is an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Great Central is a collaborative brewery working every day to serve their community and client partners with heart, vitality, and muscle. Great Central brews great timeless beers. Grab one at Gentile Arena this season and make plans to visit their tap room at 221 North Wood Street in the growing brewing district west of Fulton Market. Great Central Brewing Company, an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics.
On the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
Hunter shoots. He off the rim. Brown Shipper scores. It's over. It's over. We won. We won. We won.
This is Loyola basketball.
Chicago, for the second year in a row, your Loyola Ramblers are Missouri Valley Conference tournament champions. And in the process, they have earned an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Sister Jean, dust off those dancing shoes. Here we go again.
Watson drives to the hoop, to the rim, reverses it up and in. What a finish by Des Watson.
Norris between the rings to Edwards. Edwards catches top. Blocks for Rubin.
Alley-oop finish.
Miles Rubin from Sheldon Edwards. Now Dawson, another quick trigger three. Another make for Jaden Dawson. The Loyola Ramblers from worst to first as they earn themselves the A10 regular season championship.
Tip-off is coming up. Here's Scott Sudikoff and former Rambler forward Christian Thomas.
Today's starting lineups are brought to you by Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Loyola Medicine has nationally recognized experts providing personalized, compassionate care. Learn more at loyolamedicine.org. Let's give you the lineup for the visiting VCU Rams. Philip Russell, 6 foot, 180-pound grad student. He's from St. Louis, a transfer from UT Arlington. He scored 26 points on Tuesday against the Bonnies, was 10 of 16 from the field, and made 6 of his 12 three-pointers. He's a 37% three-point shooter on the year, averaging just under 12 points a game. Jack Clark, 6'10", 215-pound grad student, transfer from Clemson. He's out of Cheltenham, Pennsylvania. He's averaging 6.7 points and 6.7 rebounds, only 35% from the field for the 6'10", or as they list him, graduate student. Luke Bamboye, 6'10", 200 freshman from London, out of Arizona Compass Prep. He's second in the Atlantic 10, 2.3 blocks per game, 54% from the field. Doesn't take a ton of shots, plays 13 minutes a game. This will be his fourth start. Then there's Max Shulga, the senior from Ukraine, transfer from Utah State, came over with Ryan Odom, 6'5", 210. He's averaging 16.1 points per game, 5.9 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 50% from the field, 43% from three on the year. And then Joe Bamasil, the grad student, transfer from Oklahoma, Chesterfield, Virginia native, 16.7 points per game, 32% from three, 31 of 96. So he's going to launch a bunch in this game. 5.5 rebounds a game for Bambasil. Ryan Odom in his second year as VCU's head coach, 11th year overall as a head coach with a .622 winning percentage. Russell, Clark, Bamboye, Shulga, and Bambasil, the starting five for VCU. And now for the Ramblers, I told you about it earlier, but let's go through it again. Des Watson starts for the 13th time in 14 games. We like the way he played against Murray State. Was very patient, maybe more patient than we've ever seen him be. 12 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, had 5 rebounds, perfect at the free throw line. Hopefully that carries over here. Jaden Dawson, back in the starting lineup for the first time since the South Florida game. Officially 12 points a game, but really 13.7 points per game for JD. Only scoring fewer than 10 points 3 times in the 8 games that he has played this season. Jalen Quinn makes his 5th start of the year in his 4 starts, 26 minutes a game, 56% from the field, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists per game. He's also picked up 5 steals over those 4 starts. All those numbers are way above what he has averaged over his career. Jalen Deloach makes his first start as a Rambler, 6'9", 225 from Savannah, Georgia. 2 years at VCU where he played 65 games. He's trying to get some, I don't want to say revenge, but he wants to play well against his former program as he left when Mike Rhodes left VCU. And then Miles Rubin, of course, in the starting lineup. What a time in Hawaii he had. 27.5 minutes a game, 15.7 points, 87% from the field. CT, 20 of 23. He had 10 dunks and 4 layups in the game, in the 3 games. 10 dunks and 4 layups. He was also 7 of 9 at the free throw line. So it's Watson, Dawson, Quinn, Deloach, and Rubin for Drew Valentine in his 4th year as the Ramblers head coach. 67 and 43, a 609 winning percentage. All right, CT, Loyola's keys today to get an opening A10 victory like they did last year when we were on the road at St. Louis.
Yeah, so the first thing, our guards have to be ready to guard. So like I mentioned earlier, in each of the games, we had guards that really hurt us. So we talk about Malcolm Christie, Tabarza Calvin Charleston, Terrence Harkham in the last game. With the way that with the offensive firepower that VCU has, we have to be ready for that. And especially with the way we switch, it has to be a team effort. Everybody has to be able to willing to accept the challenge, but then we also have to have good help side defense. Next thing, just rebounding the ball. So like Scott, you mentioned, VCU is going to shoot a lot of three-pointers. That's going to lead to a lot of long rebounds. They shoot 32% as a team, so most of those shots are coming off the rim. The worst thing that can happen is you give up an offensive rebound, and then they kick it out to a shooter, because the best time to get an open three is off an offensive rebound. You don't want them getting that confidence going early, because that's when the basket starts looking a lot bigger, and then that's when you start seeing more threes start to go up and start to fall. The last thing is just being points in the paint. So we're going with a little bit of a bigger lineup, getting Deloach and Rubin out there. I also think Jake, you can continue being aggressive when he's in there getting the ball, driving north and south to the basket. You look at the way teams have outscored VCU in their last couple losses. So St. Bonaventure outscored them 48-32 in the paint. New Mexico outscored them 44-26 in the paint. So, I think that could be a great opportunity for us.
All right, they're holding the tip. Well, maybe not here, as CBS Sports Network has another game finishing up right now. So we welcome all of you, those frantically tuning in to us here on the Rambler Sports Network, to catch the beginning of this game as the Ramblers win the opening tip. We'll move right to left here in the first half in the traditional home white uniforms. Jalen Quinn up top for Des Watson between the rings. He's being guarded by Philip Russell. Swings it deep left for Quinn. Quinn drives to the baseline. Kick out right side Dawson. Top side Watson. 3 ball in the air. Bounces out. Deloach back taps it out to Quinn. And a second opportunity for the Ramblers on the opening possession. Watson off the Deloach screen. We'll skip it left side for Quinn. Deloach trying to post up against Shulga. Now they bounce it for Deloach. Hands it back off Quinn. Baseline left drive. Hangs in the air. Can't kiss it home. Deloach gets his hands on it again. And he knocked it out of bounds. Right call. But great job by JJ on the offensive glass to begin this game. Ramblers get almost 3 chances. No score, 19-19 first half.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to see Jakey be able to feed JJ when he's got Max Shulga on him.
All right, here's Bamboye up top. Trying to get the ball to Shulga. Deloach reaches in, knocked his arm.
I got Dez on that one.
Oh, Dez, thank you. Dez was trying to stay with Shulga to deny him the ball. He's doing a pretty good job of it. All right, they lob it in to Jack Clark. Clark, push pass left side. Driving down the baseline, Bamisiel comes out the other side, mid-block right. He'll kick it out left side. Clark, 3-ball attempt, or he faked it, and then he got Rubin to fly by, and he goes to the hoop and slams it. Opening points go to VCU. You look at Clark, he's attempted 55 threes, but he's only made 10. So Rubin has to be a little more disciplined on that closeout. Deloach up top with Quinn now, right side. Watson catches between the rings. Dez guarded by Shulga. Dawson, first shot back in the lineup, and it's a swish.
Welcome back, JD.
Dawson, of course, has made 3 or more three-pointers in 5 games this year. 3-2 Loyola. Now a 3-ball left side, good by Philip Russell. He's taken 79 threes this year at 37%, 5-3 VCU. The Rams average 29.7 threes per game attempted. That's 20th most in the country. Into the front court comes Dawson as VCU has been extending the full court pressure. Deloach, right side handoff, Dez. Dez turns the corner, picked up by Shulga. And he gives now to Quinn, sideline left. JQ, right hand dribble between the rings. Rubin sets a screen. JQ behind it. Spins in the lane. Shuffles it underneath for Rubin. 5 to shoot. Kick out Quinn. Top side 3. He's
short.
Open. Missed it short, though. And the rebound off the floor for Jack Clark. He'll bring it up. His little point forward goes at Deloach. Baseline right. Back out to Bamboye. Bamboye, handoff Bamisiel. Bamisiel trying to go against Rubin and able to slip it in with the lay-in on the right side with the left hand. A professional finish by Joe Bamisiel, 7-3 VCU. Quinn has it stolen by Shulga Outlet ahead to Clark, and Deloach doesn't go up for the block from behind.
Yeah, let's get a timeout.
Didn't want to risk being called for the foul. Probably the right decision early on in this game. And it's 9-3. Clark has 4 of the 9 VCU points. 30-second timeout call by the Ramblers. 17-17 to go. 9-3 VCU. All right, so CT, we've seen almost 3 minutes of action here. The initial thoughts on what Loyola is doing offensively and defensively.
Offensively, it's a little bit tough to see. I mean, you're trying to get some high ball screen actions going, but it seems like JJ and Miles, it seems like there have been maybe 1 or 2 miscommunication on who's supposed to set that high screen, who's going to be rolling behind. I would like to see our guards be able to feed our post players a little bit more. I mean, I know JQ just found Miles right underneath the basket. I'd love to see Miles just go up with a nice little baby hook instead of kicking it out right there. But defensively, I mean, it's, obviously, VCU just went on a 7-0 run in the last minute or so. So the very first play, Jack Clark's able to shot fake, take 2 dribbles, just go all the way to the rim for a dunk when nobody rotates. Those are the type of defensive mishaps we were seeing in Hawaii. Those are, and I mean, honestly, that's just losing basketball. Is something that we got to be able to be better at.
Coming out of the timeout, Sheldon Edwards Jr. has checked in, as has Francis Wakoria with a different hairstyle. As he's got the cornrows now. Sheldon Edwards with Dawson, Deloach, Wakoria, and Watson on the floor. Watson, right corner, up fake, steps to 15, pulls up, and hits.
Nice.
That's a nice move by Des Watson. Got his man in the air on the three-pointed shot fake. 9-5 VCU. Shulga on the right side, guarded by Edwards. Gives it up top. Bamboye hands it back off to Shulga. Shulga with the screen. Deloach switches on him. Clark around to the left side. Russell for 3. Missed it short. Weak side defensive rebound by Jaden Dawson, who's averaging only 2 rebounds a game. I think that number could be a bit higher, though. Dawson will drive, kick, left corner with Coria. Down the baseline, explodes to the hoop, draws contact, and no foul. And now Sheldon, a topside 3. I thought I heard a whistle. He missed the 3. Deloach gets the loose ball. Deloach, a little too much dribbling, finds Dez left corner. He takes the 3. He misses it. And then Wakoria is going to be called for a push. A little frantic there. Wakoria certainly did enough to earn himself a foul, but got denied at the rim. And then after that point, it was just frantic. And a couple of 3-pointers put up by the Ramblers.
Yeah, probably a little quick, a little rushed. I mean, I know Sheldon is an ultimate shooter, but I would like to see maybe his first 3-point attempt be something a little bit easier, not necessarily a logo through the guy flying at him.
Half of the Ramblers' field goal attempts have been threes. They're 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. VCU's 4 of 5 overall with 1 make from 3-point range, 1 of 2. 9-5 Rams. Almost 4 minutes in. Shulga over the timeline, left to right, guarded by Sheldon. On the right wing, gets it to Clark now at the top. Clark guarded by Wakoria. Sideline left in the hands of Russell. Drew Valentine behind him, barking out instructions. They bounce it to the elbow to Christian Furman, who just checked in. It gets out to Shulga, who misses a 3 from the right side, very long, and Rubin tracks down the loose ball. Dawson into the front court. Finds Sheldon coming around a curl. He's at the free throw line. Now bounces it, trying to get underneath the Rubin, but reaching out in front, stealing it was Clark. Up ahead it goes to Zeb Jackson, who's also, that was Russell. Now down low, Furman lets a man fly by and lays it in.
Yeah, Sheldon and Francis got a little mixed up on who's going to pick up Shulga, who's going to guard Furman underneath the basket. I don't think there's a wrong decision there. You just have to talk about it and make a decision.
11-5 VCU. Rams again, full court pressure. Yeah, Zeb Jackson is in the game. Russell is still in there as well. Dawson, he's going to bring the ball. So JD running the point, something that we're told that he can do. And that's what he's doing right now. Rubin on the right. Puts down the left-hand dribble. Dez comes to get on the handoff. Dez drives to the paint with contact. Will kiss it home. Good job finishing through the contact from Furman. Dez has got 4. 4-point VCU lead. Shulga, guarded by Sheldon out front. Shulga down to the paint left side. Doesn't get the foul call. Puts up a wild shot. Gets his own loose ball, though. It was not really a shot. More of just losing it on the way up. And now out near half court, it's Zeb Jackson. Shot clock is at 9. Jackson, crossover dribble, going left. Down low to the baseline, able to get to the window and score. 13-7. And official is going to stop the game and give it a media timeout. All right. Oh, they called Dez for a delay of game warning because he picked up the ball and then gave it to the official which sometimes you do, but I think it was very belated in the way he did it. And so the official calls delay of game. It's just a warning, but, well, don't get one later. And so we'll get the media timeout, 14:27 to go in the first half. It's VCU 13, Loyola 7 here on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
National Catholic Schools Week, taking place January 26th through February 1st, is an annual celebration of Catholic education in the United States. Loyola University Chicago would like to highlight a local Catholic elementary school. Northside Catholic Academy is an award-winning institution specializing in educating the whole child. Applications are now open. Visit northsidecatholic.org and be a part of something greater.
We believe a successful retirement requires a solid game plan. Strategic Wealth Designers, the official retirement planning sponsor of Loyola Athletics, is here to assist. Their holistic approach to retirement planning addresses various aspects of your financial landscape, aiming to ensure a well-rounded strategy for your golden years. Visit swdgroup.com or give them a call at 1-877-SWD-GROUP. Strategic Wealth Designers is a paid sponsor of Loyola Athletics. No endorsement by Loyola Athletics is stated or implied, and Loyola Athletics is not a client of Strategic Wealth Designers.
At Loyola University Chicago's Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health, we address health in all its dimensions to provide better outcomes for all. With academic programming in applied health sciences, healthcare administration, health informatics and data science, and public health sciences, we collaborate across disciplines to find solutions to complex problems. Join us at the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health as we reimagine the future of health today. Learn more at luc.edu/Parkinson.
Download the Go Ramblers mobile app to stay connected with your favorite Loyola teams. The app features the latest news, scores, stats, and content. You can also listen live or on demand to all Rambler Sports Network men's basketball broadcasts and Rambler Roundtable podcasts. Search Loyola Ramblers in the Apple or Google Play Store. Scott and CT back with you here at Gentile Arena. 14:27 to go first half. VCU 13, Loyola 7. The Rams are 6 of 9 from the field so far with no turnovers. 10 of their 13 points are in the paint. Meanwhile, Loyola, 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3 with a couple of turnovers in this game thus far. As we talked about VCU being 3-ball dependent, but right now getting 10 of their 13 points in the paint. So switching the script so far are the Rams.
A little bit, yeah, and I think we're getting very far extended because we know they want to shoot a lot of threes, but obviously if you're playing a lot, if you're extending your defense, it just opens up some driving lanes. I mean, that's going to be tough for VCU to turn down. I mean, we know they like to shoot a lot of three-pointers, but they're still a high-level Division I basketball players, so they can drive to the basket and finish if you're going to give them a wide-open lane.
Turnover margin will be important to watch in this game. VCU is +3 on the season. They force 15 turnovers a game, which is top 50 in the country and leads the Atlantic 10, while they turn it over 12 times, which is, is middle of the road, kind of like where Loyola is, 12.4 turnovers, and they force 14.4 a game with a +2 turnover margin. And right now it's +2 VCU in the turnover margin, +4 VCU in the points off of turnovers so far. Loyola has been able to grab 3 offensive rebounds, but haven't taken advantage of any of those yet. So now it's going to be Watson, Quinn, Edwards, Wakoria, and Rubin on the floor. Full court. Dez can run the baseline, and he does, because it was after a made basket for that timeout, as Quinn gets hooked in the backcourt by Zeb Jackson. Jackson saying Quinn hooked him, but not going to win that argument. First foul of the game on VCU. Loyola's been called for 2 so far. Problem is Ramblers still have to go length of the court, but they get a full 10 seconds to do so. Watson gets it in to to Shelton. Watson is Dez. And Edwards will bring it across the timeline right to left, guarded by Russell. Now finds Quinn. Quinn at the center jump circle. Try to ward off Zeb Jackson. Quinn, dribble drive left, bounce pass to Watson. Free throw line, step back. Doesn't have the shot. We'll push it out to Edwards on the right side. 9 to shoot. Rubin catches right of the lane. 6 to shoot. Double team comes from the backside. Rubin got knocked down. Got the ball out to Watson. Steps into a topside 3 and knocks it down. Broken play, but Dez didn't rush the shot initially. Had time on the clock and got open for the 3. And now Zeb Jackson can't answer topside with the 3, and Rubin the rebound. Ramblers down by 3. Quinn into the front court. Quinn to the left. Quinn down the left lane line into Furman with contact
finish,
off the
JQ.
window. No foul, but
Nope.
the bucket for JQ. So we're not seeing the foul being called either side right now with the contact. And Zeb Jackson turns it over. What happened there, CT? Just threw it away?
Yeah, just throw it away. Just a mix-up between, I think it was him and Bell. I don't know if it was going to be a dribble handoff or just a quick pass, or it didn't seem like they knew what they were wanting to do.
So out of the timeout, Ramblers have made 3 consecutive shots from down 6 to down 1 with 13:27 to go in the first half.
Yeah.
Alfonso Fats Phillips has come on for VCU right now.
Yeah, but I really like JQ's last drive. I mean, you hear Drew talk about play through body, so that's just playing through contact. He's not going up there just flailing his arms trying to anticipate a foul. Just go up there and finish strong.
Rubin catches the inbounds pass in the backcourt, looking for somebody, a guard. He gets Quinn. Will race it across the half-court line, left side with 4 seconds to spare. Jalen DeLoach back into the game. Jaden Dawson in there as well, sideline right. Push pass between the rings for Quinn. Quinn, right-hand dribble, finds Watson in the corner, steps down the baseline, 15-footer is good, and Dez up to 9 points. And I put a tweet out last night that in the A10 season last year, Dez stepped it up to over 14 points a game, 44% from the field. Similar start here today. 14-13 Loyola. It's their first lead of the game. Into the game is Michael Bell. Has it on the left side, gets to the paint, into Rubin, stutter step, maybe travel, puts up a shot and rattles in.
He did travel.
Michael Bell with the basket to put VCU back in front, 15-14. Actually, Loyola had a 3-2 lead. Never mind. That's the second lead they've had. Dawson to Quinn. Quinn, left to right across the paint, comes out the other side to the right wing. JQ now trying to attack again. Throws it out to Dawson on the left. Watson open top side momentarily, passes it right for Quinn. Quinn down the baseline, reverse layup. Oh, DeLoach was in his way, and I think that kind of threw off everything that JQ was thinking he was going to do. The ball gets knocked out of bounds. It didn't touch the rim. It'll be Rambler ball, 3 to shoot. Things just opened up for JQ.
Yeah, also, I mean, we missed JJ a handful of times on some post-up actions. I think he does a great job posting. He does a great job after the fact of telling the guards he's open. But in the moment, he has to just scream for it to the point where it's just so embarrassing for the guard that they have to throw it to him.
Daniil Glasgow coming on for the first time today. Miles Rubin to the bench. Dawson inbounding down the end of the VCU bench towards the corner with 3 on the shot clock. See if they run something to the rim here for JJ. No, it's not Dawson inbounding. It's actually Quinn who's hiding over there in the corner. Dawson catches sideline right back to Quinn on the baseline. We'll have
and JQ didn't.
Underneath the rim with 1 on the shot clock. To be fair, he probably gets that shot rejected, but
you
at
get
least get a chance.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. So shot clock violation. Ball goes to VCU. Shulga will run the point. Be picked up by Quinn in the backcourt. 15-14 Rams. Just about 8 minutes gone by. Bamesteal has it stolen by Dawson. Dawson steals it. Bamesteal steals it back. And he's called for a travel. So Dawson won't. Oh, Shulga pushing JJ. The official is not going to give a tee to Shulga. He's going to go talk to Shulga. JJ, I think, sold it a bit, but also unhappy with Max Shulga. Little extracurriculars, nothing crazy. 11:57 to go in the first half. Timeout on the floor. VCU 15, Loyola 14. We're back with more in a moment. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Rambler fans. This is Cam Krutwig, and my favorite way to get into the game is through my friends at TicketEstore.com. Whether it's courtside or in the upper deck, TicketEstore.com has you covered. They have a wide selection that I love. The proud official ticketing partner of Loyola Athletics, Ticket eStore is alumni-owned and celebrating 20 years in the business. With no service fees, TicketEstore.com gets you in the game for less. Let's go Ramblers.
I'll be honest, I love clearance sales for the great prices, but what I really love is the thrill of the hunt. And right now at Kohl's Ultimate Clearance event, there are so many hidden gems waiting to be discovered. I just went and saved 70% on cute dresses, cozy sweaters, pajamas for my whole family, and that was just the start. So if you also enjoy seeking out big savings, get to Kohl's where the hunt is on. Select styles, offers end January 20th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
College sports fans,
Fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Northside Catholic Academy is a proud sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Looking for a family atmosphere within a diverse community? Applications are now open. Apply now at northsidecatholic.org and be a part of something greater. NCT are always a part of something greater. We're at the highest level of great. No greater than we can achieve. No, that's not true. We got more we could do. 11:57 to go here in the first half. VCU 15, Loyola 14. Jaden Dawson doesn't get credit for the steal there, but he created the turnover. Got the ball, lost it, and then Bama Seal traveled. But JD in his first game back has taken one shot, a three-pointer, made it. Played 7 minutes, has a rebound. So maybe easing his way back in. But Des Watson off to a terrific start. 4 of 6 from the field. A10 Des seems to be in effect early on here today.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem like he's really rushed anything. I mean, maybe 1-3 off in kind of in that frantic situation. I think Sheldon took one first. It was off an offensive rebound to his credit, but he looks very poised, very under control.
Oh, a lob ahead to Dawson all the way to the rim, and he lays it up and in from three-quarter court. The inbound pass for Watson. It was a go pattern for JD, and he lays it in, and the Ramblers lead 16-15.
Yeah, that's just a great veteran play right there. You know that wasn't drawn up, but you just take what the defense gives you.
Oh, you know Des is ecstatic to have Dawson back in the lineup with it. Quinn and Glasgow making life difficult for Shulga. Throws it out to the top for a three, missed by Billups, and the rebound by Des. Ramblers by 1, 11:29 to go in the first half. Des has got 9 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists in 8 minutes. Quinn dribbles to the left, bounces between the rings. Watson crosses between the legs with the dribble. Left-hand drive, bounces it. Oh, no look, bounce pass to Deloach, who scores, and the foul. Des Watson in his bag, as the kids say, with his third assist and already 9 points. CT says that too, and CT's not a kid, but 18-15, the Ramblers, and Deloach is at the line.
Yeah, but that's a great pass from Des, obviously that vision, but that's what I'm talking about with Deloach, the post players. You got to reward your guards by going out and snatching that ball and trapping and being productive when you get it. Now, Des is going to remember that. He's more likely to throw JJ the ball. The other guards also see it, too. They're going to want to keep feeding him.
And Deloach bounces in the free throw. Like 65 games over 2 years at VCU. Was a third-team All-A10 in 2022-23 when the Rams won the regular season and A10 tournament championship. Shulga pass to him. Quinn deflects it. Looked like, maybe off of Shulga, but no, out of bounds. It'll be VCU ball, and Shulga will inbound the basketball directly now to my left. 0 for 2 from the field so far for Shulga with no points. No free throws attempted, 2 assists, 8 minutes of play. Bama Seal, left wing, guarded by Dawson. Trying to get free to the left corner. Now baseline, shut off. Throws it out to Russell, takes a three, and knocks it down. You know, VCU they're going to make their threes because they're going to take a ton.
Yep.
Just a matter of maybe limiting percentage-wise. Oh, Dawson saves the ball inbounds on the sideline as, again, VCU with full court pressure. Edwards breaks it into the front court. Deloach faces up. Got tripped up from behind by Russell as their feet came together. And 99 times out of 100, they make that call, even though it was somewhat incidental, but they don't hear, and now they call a tie-up, and it's going to be VCU ball. But that being said, there's been 4 fouls called, 2 apiece, and we've seen the precedent. So if they're not going to call that one, I can live with it because they haven't been calling a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't have any issues with the officiating right now. They're just, for the most part, letting the guys play, which is what I prefer. I used to prefer that as a player, but you want the players to decide the outcome of the game. I don't like when refs get a whistle or try to make it about themselves.
Not that we've ever seen that before. 10:20 to go here in the first half. 19-18 Loyola. VCU has the basketball. Officials today are Tim Clougherty, Brent Hampton, and Michael Lucky is in the house. Max Shulkin into the front court, guarded by Sheldon. Bounces to the top of the key to Bamboye. Back in the game. Back for Shulga. Now right side caught by Russell with Quinn on him. Russell's made a couple of three-pointers already. He gives it up to Bamboye on the right wing, trying to get free. Shulga gets the handoff. Edwards stays with him, and they get Sheldon for a little bit of an arm bar, and they'll call that foul. So far, it seems like the Ramblers are doing to Shulga what they were able to do last year as well, get him a little frustrated so far, which maybe led to him pushing Deloach earlier during the timeout. Russell inbounds to Shulga. 19-18 Ramblers, halfway point of the first half. Shulga using the screen set by Bamboye. Tries to lob it for him, and from behind, Dawson knocks it away. Out of bounds, VCU ball with 12 on the timer. Shulga carried.
Looked like it did.
I mean, who doesn't carry nowadays?
But yeah, good recognition.
And I say that Loyola players do it too. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sometimes it's more egregious than others, though. Shulga on the baseline, going to inbound. Lob it out top to Clark. 10 on the shot clock. Got Watson on him. Clark,
match up.
Push pass right side. Russell shoots a three over Rubin. Missed it short. Wakoria, good job denying the offensive rebound cleanly to Bamboye, but then it went off his knee and out of bounds, but better than a Bamboye offensive rebound putback.
Yeah. I'd love to come up with that. I mean, we forced Philip Russell into pretty much taking a rush bad shot.
Yeah,
just got to be able to capitalize.
Shoot it over Rubin.
Yep.
Now Russell in the right corner, dribbles it out to the wing. Guarded by Watson. Crosses over to his left. Screen set. Rubin switches on Russell. They give it up to Clark. Now Shulga down the left baseline to the hoop. Net by Wakoria. And Shulga. Strong finish. Scores out the window. VCU 20-19. They lead. First basket today for Shulga. And he only had 3 points against the Ramblers last year. Sheldon. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Sheldon has a step down the left lane line, all the way to the hoop and a left-hand score. So Sheldon basically coast to coast for the lay-in. Ramblers back in front by a point. Shulga throws his head back because there was a little contact. There it is. There's the whistle. But also may have actually been a foul, but he'll make sure to throw that head back. And he's got the haircut where the hair will have a little bit of flop back, so it's noticeable. Sheldon just picked up his second foul, so he's the first Rambler with 2. They've only been called for 4. So Glasgow, and this makes sense that Glasgow out of Indawi, and then you want to throw Turner in there, is the one that's going to be seeing the most time. He's looked the most ready for the A10 season. Zeb Jackson, baseline right, gets in the air, throws it out left side to Russell. Russell inside the arc, now bounces it in the paint. Short. Turnaround Furman short. Rubin the rebound. Miles with his third rebound.
Yeah, it's great defense by Danny. Kind of pushing him out a little bit where he's just a little bit uncomfortable, so that's why he left that shot short.
Quinn, right side, has his pass deflected out to Watson. Caught there. Watson, push pass left for Danny. Daniel Glasgow. Left corner now, Watson. Rubin comes to set the screen. Watson gets free. Rises, fires, missed it too strong. Flying in was Wakoria for the rebound, but they had VCU for a foul on someone else. Zeb Jackson called for his second foul in the rebounding action.
Yep, that's huge.
He was boxing out Quinn, but had him wrapped up.
Yeah, that's going to be huge if we don't see him the rest of the half. I mean, his ball pressure is elite. I think it has the potential to disrupt our guards.
Baseline inbounds play. Quinn looking to get it in. Looking, still looking. Got to get it in, JQ. Oh, wow. That was a long 5. We can admit that. That was a long 5. Glasgow. And now maybe a makeup call.
Hang on, Miles. Yeah, but JQ missed like 2 or 3 guys, like 2 guys in particular. Daniil was standing underneath the basket wide open. That's where Daniil has to be comfortable as a freshman telling his upper class guard, I was open like that, or yell his name to get his attention.
And they called Rubin away from the ball, and I think in the end, VCU probably deserved the basketball there.
Yeah.
All right, Philip Russell brings it into the front court, guarded by Quinn. Russell with a Furman screen. Good switch by Dez. Gives it up to Shulga. Shulga, right-hand dribble, right in the lane, throws back the head, puts up a floater off the window, missed it. Rubin tips the rebound, didn't grab it, though. Goes out to Russell. Fresh 20 for the Rams. Clark to the free throw line. Almost landed for a travel as he got in the air. Now Brandon Jennings, true freshman from Richmond, Virginia, which is where VCU is in the game. Gets the ball in the right corner with 5 to shoot. Down the baseline against Rubin. Wild shot. Loose ball. Quinn has it. Up ahead to Watson. Watson, it's one-on-one. And scores it.
Play through his body. There we go, Dez.
Dez has got 11 here in the first half. And it's a 3-point Rambler lead. I'm telling you, A10 Dez is a thing. Russell, oh, that's a weird dribble. Lobs it over to Furman. Underneath the rim was open. Double team comes and still able to score with good size. 23-22, Ramblers by 1. 7:08 to go first half. Dez is 5 of 8 from the field with 3 assists. No turnovers. Quinn gets open, misses the floater from the right side off the window, hit the deck hard. 5-on-4 the other way. Clark to left side. Russell gets it back from Shulga. Left side 3. It's good. Russell has 3 3-pointers, as the Ramblers never able to recover with Quinn down on the other side of the floor. VCU by 2. Rams are 11 of 20 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3. Ramblers are 10 of 19 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. Quinn dribbling out near half court. JQ turns the corner against Shulga, penetrates, up fakes against Clark, got to get out of the paint, makes the pass to Watson, left baseline. Watson back to the basket. Backing down Russell, double team comes, gets rid of it. Quinn swings it right side Macoria, wide open for 3. You betcha.
He's got it, Francis.
Francis is now 11 of 23 from 3-point range on the season. He didn't take a single shot in the Murray State game when he played 38 minutes. He takes his second shot today, and he's 1 of 2. Down low catching is Brandon Jennings. Glasgow with him. Left of the lane, spins to the baseline. Good job, Danny. Rubin, I think it's a hand on it. And then Dez couldn't save it in bounds as his heels were on the end line. It'll be VCU ball on the other side of a timeout. 5:49 left to go in the first half. It's Loyola, led by Dez Watson's 11 points, 26. VCU, 25. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Rambler softball player Maddie Hickey on behalf of Midway Restoration Services, the presenting sponsor of Rambler Softball. They are a family-owned business who've been serving all of Chicagoland for more than 35 years. They provide emergency restoration services for a variety of emergency situations, including water damage, fire, mold, and biohazards. Midway Restoration Services is the one call you need to make to help manage the cleanup and restoration for your home or business. Call them 24/7, 365 at 312-226-1101 or visit them at midwayrestoration.com.
The new Bud Light Loft in Gentile Arena provides a fantastic sideline view of the court.
Reverses it up and in. What a finish.
It also offers plenty of exciting amenities, including all-inclusive food service with an elevated game day tailgate menu, a private cash bar, and a reserved countertop seat with access to high top tables. Interested in season, group, or single game tickets in the Bud Light Loft? Visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF.
Make sure to follow the Ramblers on social media at RamblersNBB for all the latest news, updates, videos, and highlights. That is at RamblersNBB on X and Instagram. 5:49 left to go in the first half. Loyola 26, VCU 25. Great energy in the building. And the Ramblers getting a good performance from Dez Watson as some fans in the front row are already ripping off the T-shirts here. It's early on a Saturday, early in the game, and fans are having fun. But CT, Loyola has come out and 55% from the field. Main issue is, definitely 6 turnovers. And VCU, 3 of 8 from 3. It's not as if they're, lighting up the place, but all 3 of those have been made by the same guy, Philip Russell. So you got to key on him on that 3-point line.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now. So we got to make sure we find him in transition. So on that last one where came off about, so JQ drove to the basket, went up, didn't get the foul call, hits the floor. Well, JQ's has to sprint back. You watch him. I think he got back with decent pace. He was able to get back and contest it, but would like to see him just be able to get back and be able to make a better play on that ball. But right now, like we said, Philip Russell's feeling it, so make sure we're underneath him on all the catches. Everyone else, I feel like we can play him straight. Really like what we've been doing on Joe Bamasil as well. So anytime he comes off a screen, you can look and see Drew really motioning to his guys, really trying to get everybody loaded up on his side of the floor just to get the ball out of his hands, just given the way that he scored the ball this year and also the way he impacted the game last year when we played him.
Ramblers lead by 1. The first time they've led at one of our checkpoints of this game, media timeout or an early timeout that was called by Loyola when they went down 9-3 to start this game. 3-ball top side, missed by Bamasil. Deloach with the rebound. 5:40 to go in the first half. Loyola by 1. It's Watson, Dawson, Deloach, Wakoria. And who's hiding? Glasgow in the left corner. Deloach. Crossover dribble, one-on-one into Furman, and they call that bump on Christian Furman. About 9 feet from the basket. His first. Fourth on the team. Under out of bounds. Watson will put it in.
Furman and Deloach just, he's talking, ref's talking to Furman. Furman just went and put his elbow right into Deloach's ribs.
Watson looking. Dawson coming around and lob it out top to Glasgow, who does a great job just to get the ball somehow. Finds Dawson. This is a 3. Deloach, the offensive rebound. That was a broken play. Now Dawson cutting. Misses the shot at the rim on a great feed by JJ. Can't hear the whistle, but it is a foul, and Dawson to the free throw line. There's no way, I guess, normally Dawson's going to miss one that badly without being fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's a great job by Dawson. He cuts open in the frantic situation where players are looking to see where their man is.
Yeah, what about Daniil, though, right there on the inbounds
Save-
play? I
save
mean,
the
that's a
possession.
that's a save the possession right there. So he's going up against Bamasil. Is Bamasil 5th or 6th year? I mean, I can't remember.
Eventually
a
it's
veteran
gonna be
guy.
9th year.
I assume it's his last year of eligibility. Going up against a true freshman right there in a 50-50 ball right there. Daniil just did what he had to do to come up with it. So I love that play. That's a winning play right there.
JD, though, missing the first free throw. The foul was on Jennings. Dawson, 69% at the line in the 7 games that he truly played. 8 games officially. Trying to put the Ramblers up by 2. And he does. Nice. 27-25. So JD's got 6 points in his return to the lineup. Across the timeline, left to right, Philip Russell. Russell guarded by Dawson. Stays with him, sideline left at the hash mark. Now turns the corner, gets in the paint, down the right lane line, underneath, kick out left corner, Clark, and he gets run into by Wakoria as he was closing out. Bumped along the baseline. Wakoria's called for his first, 6th on the team.
Yeah, you can tell he kind of lunged at Jack Clark right there. Got him just out of position right there. Jack Clark's an 18% three-point shooter. I mean, I think
That's
I
what
think
happened
Francis
earlier.
is enough. Yep, and I think Francis he's athletic enough where he can close out and be able to slide his feet and play defense with him.
He's taken 56 threes, but he's only made 10 of them. And that's where he had that dunk on one of the first possessions of the game where Miles closed out too strong. Baseline inbounds play. They bounce it into Clark in the left corner. Now to Bamasil. Bamasil, who killed the Ramblers last year, only has 2 points so far today. Swings it right to Russell. Gets Glasgow in the air. Drives, floats, and misses back iron. Furman taps it up and in. He's got 6. Tie game at 27. Ball gets deflected all the way out to half court, so the officials will blow the whistle, stop the clock to retrieve the ball. Both teams shooting above 50%. Both teams have made 3 threes. And the officials will allow the Ramblers to make a substitution here. As JQ in, Glasgow out. 4:43 to go first half, 27 all. Dez looking to inbound it, gets it into Dawson. Dawson picked up by Bamasil, 94 feet from the hoop they want to get to. Now Dawson across the timeline with a couple of seconds to spare on the right side. Pass deflected into the backcourt. JJ goes and gets it. Gives it up to Dez, left wing. Deep on the left wing. Watson hasn't put down the dribble yet. Now he does. Dez crosses over to his left. Screen set by Deloach. Rolls to the hoop. Dez still has it. Crossover left. Crossover right. Down the right lane line. Baseline right. 4 to shoot. Kick out JD. JD eyes the rim. Step back 3. Left side. Fouled by Bamasil. And luckily, Bamasil stayed out of the landing zone, but he hit him for the foul. Of course, that's how JD injured his ankle in the first place on a 3-point shot on the landing. 3 shots coming up for Dawson, and that's with, 2 seconds on the shot clock?
Yep. Broken possession. Bamasil, yeah. We'll take it.
Both teams now with 16 fouls with 4:13 to go in the first half. Dawson to the line, where he's 1 of 2. And now 2 of 3. And 2 more to go. Dawson has scored 15 or more in 4 games this year. He's made 3 or more three-pointers 5 times. And Loyola would love to have that type of play continue on to begin this A10 season. He's made the first 2 of 3 at the line. Glasgow returns. Watson will get a rest, I believe. Will be back in after the next media timeout. Dawson, 3 for 3 at the charity stripe. He's got 9 here. So Watson and Dawson, the tag team, back again. They've got 20 points here in the first half of the 30 the Ramblers have. Down the right line, baseline, Bell. Pass deflected out corner, Russell. And a little bump by Quinn down the baseline will send Russell to the line, 1-1. Better than him knocking down a 3, though. I'll say that much. 82% free throw shooter. With 4:02 left to go in the first half, 30-27 Ramblers. Russell eyes the rim, puts up the front end of the 1-1, knocks it down. So 10 points for Russell, leading the way for the Rams, coming off of 26 on Tuesday against the Bonnies. Trying to pull VCU within 1. And he's not able to, and the rebound secured by Glasgow. Quinn into the front court, under 4 to go in the first half. Ramblers lead by 2. Glasgow catches the ball on the right side. Quinn between the rings. Now JQ dribbles right. Now back to his left. Bounce pass to Glasgow. Into the paint. Lowers the shoulder. Puts up a shot.
Daniil.
It makes it in. And Danny getting a bit more comfortable on the floor. Glasgow's first bucket today. 32-28.
That's going down. That's going down. Whoa, it hit off. He bounced. Philip, thank you. The ref corrected the call.
Yep.
JJ loves it.
It's going to be a Rambler ball off of VCU turnover. 3:35 to go in the first half. Timeout on the floor. Loyola 32, VCU 28. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
This is Ramblers men's basketball player Jane Dawson on behalf of Center Construction Group. They're Chicago's hometown team. We're specializing in building spaces that inspire. From modern offices to vibrant restaurants, Center Construction Group handles every detail with precision, creativity, and commitment to excellence. Center Construction Group's talented team is committed to building more than spaces. They're committed to delivering stunning results and building lasting relationships. Learn more at centerconstructiongroup.com. Center Construction Group, built better.
Your Loyola experience doesn't end at graduation. Whether you're looking to connect with fellow Ramblers or mentor today's students, Alumni Relations offers a variety of ways for you to stay engaged with Loyola. Throughout Chicago and across the globe, Loyola graduates are setting the world on fire. Stay up to date with alumni stories and be part of a community that is changing the world. Loyola University Chicago. Be a Rambler for life. For upcoming alumni events and ways to get involved, visit alumni.luc.edu and follow us on Facebook and TikTok at LUC Alumni and on Instagram and Twitter at Loyola_alumni.
Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, provides life-saving care. Their top-rated doctors diagnose, treat, and manage both common conditions and complex diseases. Visit loyolamedicine.org/schedule now to make your appointment today. Celebrate Chicago with Windy City weeknights at Gentile Arena this season. All Monday through Thursday home games feature $7.73 bleacher seats and a 3-1-2 concessions menu featuring $3 soda, $1 popcorn, and $2 hot dogs. Visit LoyolaRamblers.com/weeknight to reserve your tickets now. 3:35 to go in the first half. Loyola 32, VCU 28. Ramblers just turned VCU over for the 3rd time, so they'll have the basketball, shooting 54.5% in the game, 3 of 7 from 3, 5 of 6 at the line. VCU 50% in the game, 3 of 9 from 3, 1 of 2 at the line. Keeping track of these checkpoints. Of course, Loyola called an early timeout, less than 3 minutes in, down 9-3. And then VCU led 13-7 at the under 16, 15-14 at the under 2. Loyola took the lead at the under 8, 26-25, and now lead by 4 at the under 4 media timeout. So what has been the key difference for the Ramblers in the second half of the first half?
I think they've just locked down on defense. I mean, VCU came out red hot. Some of that could be them just regressing to the mean, but I think I'd like to give our guys credit for really locking in on the defensive game plan and being able to do a better job contesting shots, forcing some misses, and also cleaning up the offensive glass. So right now, VCU, they have 4 offensive rebounds so far, turned into 6 second chance points, but overall, I mean, I like what we're seeing. I mean, also, I think on the offensive end, we've really slowed down a little bit. We're not taking as many rush shots. I think that we've seen we can work the ball a little bit, get whatever we want. I think they do a great job extending pressure initially, but after that, I don't think VCU really wants to guard for long possessions at a time.
All right, on the same inbounds play earlier, they ran a fly pattern for Dawson. He caught it and had a lay-in, but this time a little more simple. I think VCU probably ready for it this time. Dawson into the front court with it. 3:25 to go in the first half. Ramblers by 4. Spotted Justin Moore back with the team here, sitting in the middle of the bench, of course, in street clothes. I don't think he's not yet had procedure. As Deloach with a pass out to Dawson. Down low, Rubin, low left block. Double team comes, goes off the hands of Deloach to Watson in the right corner. A10 Dez gets him. It's 35-28. He's got 14 just on a deflected, right place, right time, and no hesitation. 2:55 to go in the first half. Ramblers by 7. Russell trying to get free on the three-point line. Can't do so. Gives it up to Furman. Wants to go back to Russell. Deloach all over him. Furman now hands it off to Russell. Drives to his right. Shuffles it underneath for Furman with a nice finish as Rubin jumped out to get Russell, and Russell made the right play. 35-30 the score. 2:34 to go here in the first half. Quinn into the front court. Dez Watson, 14 points on 6 of 9 shooting in this first half. Dez gets it right corner again. No hesitation!
Hey. Looking like a first-team all-league guy, right?
17 now for Dez. And the Ramblers lead by 8. Russell, Dawson with the body, fouls him sideline right. Russell will go to the line, 1-1. Again, I'm okay with it because I'd rather put him in the line 1-1 than let himself get free for a 3. And we saw him miss one of the free throws earlier. Of course, you don't want to get in foul trouble either, but the Ramblers have only been called for 8 fouls. And Russell to the line. Stay tuned for today's halftime show, brought to you by Great Lakes Brewing Company, an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Make sure to grab Great Lakes Brewing Company craft beer at Gentile Arena throughout the season. We'll keep it live here during halftime. CT will run through some stats. We'll have his analysis, his adjustments, his second half keys, the scoreboard look, all that coming up at halftime. Russell makes the front end of the 1-1. He's got 11 points now. 38-31. And Dez Watson said how much more patient he was in that Murray State game. And he's been patient today too. And now there's been no hesitation on a couple of plays because he's feeling it. Russell bounces in the second. Dez has made 3 3-pointers already. He's 3 of 5. 5th time this year he's made 3 or more threes. Of course, he had a 6 3-pointer game last year on this floor against Eastern Illinois. One of the 4 times he scored 24 points in his career. Less than 2 to go in the first half. Dez catches mid-block left. Will back it out to the 3-point line against Stulga. Gets him to the baseline. Throws back out to Quinn. Swings it up top to Dawson. Dawson on the right wing now. Dawson, crossover, step back, 3, in and out. And then loose ball on the floor picked up by Shulga. VCU, good job boxing out. Quickly ahead come the Rams. Bell into the lane, spinning against Dawson. Missed it too strong. Rubin went for the block. Should not have. He left Furman for the rebound putback. Yeah, that was a hopeful try by Rubin.
Start on the right side of the basket and going to go block the shot on the left side.
And the shot was just badly missed. Dawson, a floater, misses off the iron. Deloach, great job. Volleyballed it back to the rim where Rubin catches and lays it in. 40-34 Ramblers. And Loyola, for the first time in a while, have a 40-point first half. It's the 10th time they've had a 40-plus point half this season overall. 1 minute to go in the first half. Bambasil down the baseline, left against Dawson. In the paint at 8 feet. And JD just picked up his second. Again, 58 seconds to go in the half. Not obviously alarm bells, but he would have liked to have gone into the second half with just 1. And it's still going to be 1-1. Ramblers turnover numbers after a few too many to begin. Still at 6. Bambasil will shoot 1 and 1. And he missed it short. Oh, Bell goes down hard on his back. And they're calling a rebounding foul on whom? They called the foul on Bell, the injured Ram. Or did they signal that correct? So they called Bell for, because Bell brought down, who was that, Rubin? Trying to look over here at the CBS monitor. Yeah, Bell was behind Rubin and sort of brought Rubin down from behind, and in the process landed awkwardly on his lower back and almost had his arm trapped behind him. So that's a Bell foul and the pain. And it's going to be 1-1 for Miles. Once Bell is able to get up off the floor, he's got the trainer talking to him. It looks, I feel like he's going to be okay. He just took a really hard fall, and he needs some time to gather, but that also could be a bruise on his lower back or hip. He is in a little bit of distress, but now he'll be helped up to his feet. So he's going to limp off under his own power, though, and get a hand from the Loyola fans here. And looking around, it's a pretty small VCU contingent. I'm kind of surprised, actually. Thought there would be a few more here, but
I see a bunch of scarves behind the VCU bench even. It's like, all right, well, got to give a lot of credit to our fans. They're really coming out and supporting. I mean, we got a full house with
that was, that was obviously a concern. You're looking at, we start with VCU to begin the year and a game where the students aren't around. Oh, man, you lose a bit of that advantage, but hasn't really been an issue. So Miles will be at the line 1-1 with 58 and 5/10 of a second to go in the first half. Ramblers lead by 6, 40-34. Have led by as many as 8. Trailed by as many as 6 at 13-7. At about 5.5 minutes into this game. All right, Miles to the line, shooting 1-1. Bends the knees, the rainbow caroms out, and Shulga gets the rebound. Missed opportunity for the Ramblers. 40-34 Loyola with 50 seconds to go in the first half. Shulga puts up a 3, in and out. That may have been a force by Shulga trying to get his offense going. The rebound caroms out of bounds, though, off the Ramblers. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. JJ going to come back in for Wakoria.
That's like the second or third time France is kind of getting tied up with that, not being able to secure the rebound, gives VCU an extra possession.
We know he can rebound because he had 14 in that Charleston game. Shulga, Quinn had recognized that lob out earlier. He may have intercepted it. Bambasu launches a 3 and just banks it in. I mean, that's gross. Just a gross shot. Just not a good shot. And he banks it in from 25 feet straight on. Maybe not fully straight on. And now VCU calls a timeout, and it's 40-37. But
yeah, he banked it in. We guarded that well. That was just one of those plays where
that's you throw your hands up in the air. I guess what VCU wanted to do was get a 2-for-1. So sometimes that leads to not a good shot. So Bambasil maybe just doing what his coaches wanted him to do. 39.5 to go, and the lead down to 3 at 40-37 for the Ramblers. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. CT, I buy a lot of my ties at Kohl's.
Really? You
get
tie selection?
Terrific. You get a great deal on things. I mean, you get stylish ties, might be $80 in a special store, and they're $15, $10. It's the same looking thing. Of course, we don't wear ties here on the radio. All right, coming out of this 30-second timeout, the Ramblers are ready to inbound the ball. VCU coming out on the floor to play defense. VCU 51%, Loyola 53% from the field. Watson will inbound. Can run the baseline. Doesn't choose to, though. If I'm Dez, though, I'm just staying 2 feet planted from now on. No matter what the referee tells me. Quinn, double team near half court. And he got tied up. Oh, they call for travel. And these are these end of half situations, final segment situations where Loyola just has too many lapses.
Yeah, but JQ can't panic in that situation. I mean, you get 5 seconds from the time the double team comes. You're also, I mean, you're still mid-dribble. Like, you can see the double team coming. Just don't dribble into it.
Now the shot clock is off, and VCU can tie with a three-pointer heading into the locker room. Philip Russell dribbling out between the rings, guarded by Quinn. Russell giving directions to his teammate Clark, telling him what time to make his move look like. Still dribbling out near the half-court jump circle. Now dribbles to the right side with 8 seconds. Bounces it down low to Clark. Underneath the rim, loses it, got it back. Shuffles it out to the corner. Bam Basile dribbles too much. Loose ball to the floor. And the buzzer's going to eventually sound here. And VCU will never get a shot up. So a good closing defensive possession by the Ramblers. And I always talk about these psychological things, but maintain at least a 3-point lead into the locker room after they had led 40-32. It's 40-37 Ramblers. It's halftime here at Gentile Arena. The Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show is coming up next here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're watching Rambler basketball from home or in Gentile Arena, be sure to do it while enjoying a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. Great Lakes Brewing Company is an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Find Great Lakes Brewing Company beer inside Gentile Arena or wherever Great Lakes beers are sold. Great Lakes Brewing Company reminds you to please drink responsibly. Hey, Rambler fans, howling for hunger, on the prowl for snacks? Then head to the Pack House concession stands in Gentile Arena for all your food and beverage needs. The main stands are located at the northeast and southwest corners of the Gentile Arena concourse, with a satellite beverage station located in the southeast corner and a new grab-and-go concept stand located across from the restrooms on the north side. Go now or stay hungry.
Northside Catholic Academy is an award-winning pre-K through 8th grade institution. Located on the north side of Chicago, Northside Catholic Academy serves community members that represent over 30 countries and speak over 20 languages, all while teaching Catholic values. For more information, visit northsidecatholic.org. That's northsidecatholic.org, and be a part of something greater.
Tired of the daily maintenance of getting rid of unwanted hair? Still shaving the patches of hair left behind by laser hair removal? Ready to throw away your tweezer and have your eyebrows shaped permanently? Electrolysis is the only method recognized by the FDA as permanent hair removal. Call or text 224-730-4919 to schedule your free 45-minute consultation and sampling. Day, evening, and weekend hours available. Offices in Skokie and Lincoln Park. Visit electrolysisforyou.com for more information. Go Ramblers!
All right, Rambler fans, just checking in. Halftime score, Loyola Chicago leading 40-37. Right now, both teams shooting pretty well from the field. VCU shot 52%, went 15-29, made 4 out of 11 three-pointers, 3 of 5 at the line. Meanwhile, Loyola went about 54% from the floor, shooting 15 of 28, went 5 of 10 from 3, knocked in 5 of their 7 free throw attempts. Biggest lead, VCU led by 6. Biggest lead for Loyola by 8 just a few moments ago. Best scoring run. VCU went on a 7-0 run early in the first half, causing a Loyola timeout. Loyola responded with a 7-0 run of their own. Right now, we've seen a total of 9 lead changes, been tied 1 time. Right now, VCU had 3 turnovers in the first half, leading to 7 Loyola points. Meanwhile, Loyola had 7 turnovers, leading to 6 VCU points. Right now, VCU leading the battle of points in the paint, 22-16. Also 11-3 on the second chance points. Fast breaks at 7-4, favoring VCU, and VCU also winning the bench point battle, 14-7. Right now, VCU, hot hand for them goes to Philip Russell at 12 points to lead VCU in scoring in that first half. Went 3 of 6 from the floor, knocked in 3 of 5 3-point attempts, went 3 of 4 at the line. Also came up with 1 offensive rebound, had 2 assists, and just 1 turnover. Also for VCU, getting some good production from forward Christian Furman off the bench. So 10 points and on 5 of 6 shooting in about 13 minutes. Also came up with 2 offensive rebounds. Looks like he's been the recipient of a lot of dish downs or, little dump off passes from these VCU guards, but overall making a really solid impact. Right now, Loyola's done a great job clamping down on Joe Bamasil. I mean, he finished with 5 points, knocked in one of his 2 3-pointer attempts, which is one that he actually banked in. I thought it was really solid defense, but he was able to throw something in. Got to give him credit where credit is due. Also doing a pretty solid job on Max Shulga again, only 2 points. Had 3 total rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, but just 1 of 5 shooting. Is 0 of 2 from 3. Hasn't been much of a factor on the offensive end. Also, Zeb Jackson, another guy, had 2 fouls in just under 5 minutes of play. Didn't need to see him much in the first half, so he also has not been a factor. And then on the Loyola side, right now, Des Watson is just having a game right now. Has 17 points to lead all scores, 7 of 10 shooting, went 3 of 5 from 3. Also had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, only 1 turnover. And then Jaden Dawson, welcome back to the lineup, had 9 points on 2 of 5 shooting from the floor, knocked in 1 of his 3-point attempts, went 4 of 5 at the line, also has 1 rebound to go along with those 9 points. Also, I mean, Jalen Deloach, we can talk about him as well. So he's credited for 3 points, 4 or 5 total rebounds, 4 of those on the offensive end. Has probably had maybe 2 or 3 extra ones that he's just tipped out to his teammates, gotten them extra possessions there. I love his energy. He's playing with a ton of confidence, a lot of swagger right now, which is something that we knew he was capable of. Also, he's played about 12 minutes on that first half. No fouls either, so he's done a great job staying out of foul trouble. And also, I know Drew's been said on our post-game segments a couple times, maybe his conditioning, it doesn't call for him to be able to play extended minutes. But, I mean, right now he's looking like he's in mid-season form, which you love to see. Overall, I mean, pretty solid, pretty pleased with the way our Loyola Ramblers have battled. But had some adversity early on with VCU jumping out to an early lead. But overall, liking what I'm seeing. So, Scott, what are your thoughts there?
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, the start, the first couple of minutes, and you probably touched on this as I made a bathroom run here. The first couple of minutes, a little shaky, obviously, turnovers, and that quick 9-3 start for VCU. But the answer since then has been strong. I think adjustments made defensively, and guys like Des Watson and Jaden Dawson being able to play again together. You could see how big they are together. So it's 26 combined points between the two, 9 of 15 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, and Dawson alone is 4 of 5 at the free throw line. They have 1 turnover combined, and that's Des. And you can live with 1 turnover for a guy that plays 18 minutes, has taken 10 shots, and has 3 assists. And you mentioned JJ. Yeah, exactly. His presence, just getting his hands on a couple of possessions, maybe going out of bounds nonetheless, but still making VCU work for it on the defensive glass. And then, defensively forcing – it's only 3 turnovers for VCU, but I feel like they've come at good times where you've been building momentum as this first half has gone on. So certainly I'm pleased with the performance. I'm sure the coaching staff is overall pleased. I'm also sure they've got things that they want to work on heading into the second half, but certainly something that's the Ramblers and the Rambler fans got to be happy with the performance of this first half. But I'm gonna go. I guess this is gonna be half glass empty look at it. But remember, it's a team that had some double-figure leads as of late, haven't been able to secure those games. You, not even arguably, you're playing a tougher opponent outside of the San Francisco game where you led 17-7. That was a double-figure lead. So it's going to be tougher to maintain a lead here in this one for sure. DeGroot Logistics is a proud sponsor of Loyola Athletics, owned and operated by Loyola alumni. DeGroot provides transportation services, some of the country's largest shippers of food and beverage products. If you are interested in learning more or joining their team, check them out at DeGrootLogistics.com. We'll take a break here on the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show. Come back and take a look at the out-of-town A10 scoreboard here on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
Bears fans, it's Coach Dave Wanstead with Marquee Sports Network. We get that you love your Bears, so join us immediately following all Bears games this season for the official Bears postgame live, brought to you by United Airlines, featuring live press conferences, locker room interviews, in-depth breakdowns of the biggest plays, and much more. It's the official postgame show of the Chicago Bears, airing immediately after the Bears games on Marquee Sports Network and streaming on the Marquee Sports Network app.
Ready for slam dunk experiences during basketball games?
Head over to Ireland's for unforgettable pregame and postgame celebrations. Located on campus in the lower level of the Damon Student Center and proudly run by Loyola-led Enterprises undergraduate students. Head down and enjoy a delicious panini and pair it with a beer or seltzer of your choice. Ireland's, raising a glass to victory.
Whether you're watching Rambler basketball from home or in Gentile Arena, be sure to do it while enjoying a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. Great Lakes Brewing Company is an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Find Great Lakes Brewing Company beer inside Gentile Arena or wherever Great Lakes beers are sold. Great Lakes Brewing Company reminds you to please drink responsibly.
Scott CT back with you here on the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show. The score, Loyola 40, VCU 37. Let's grab a look at the out-of-town A10 scoreboard, and we mentioned it earlier. GW beat Dayton today in D.C., 82-62. They led by 16 at halftime. And, that is a noticeable result. That's a game where I got to read some recap on that and find out what happened. Of course, could go back and watch the game as well and find out something had to happen in that game. Maybe crazily, GW maybe just couldn't miss a shot, or Dayton couldn't make one. Well, they shot 35%, and GW shot 46%. But, so now GW's 1-1, Dayton's 1-1. Richmond beat UMass 72-64 in Amherst. The Spiders are 2-0, so after their tough non-conference start, good start in the Atlantic 10, UMass is now 0-2. At halftime, George Mason leading at Rhode Island 34-25. So the Rams of Rhode Island are in danger of falling to 0-2 to begin the A10 after their 11-1 non-conference season, where their only loss was a double overtime game against their rival Brown. Davidson at home leads Duquesne 50-44. 5 minutes gone by in the second half. Duquesne 1-0, Davidson 0-1. And then St. Bonaventure looking to go to 2-0. They lead Fordham 51-37 now in the Bronx. The Bonnies, of course, the 2-point win over VCU, the late bucket in that one to beat the Rams. And then these Rams, Fordham that is, they were annihilated by St. Louis at home in their opener. And then we saw St. Louis last night at home defeat St. Joseph's. So St. Louis might be figuring things out. They're 2-0 in the A10, 73-57. I guess kind of thoughts on what I just went through scoreboard-wise.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about I watched the SLU and St. Joe's game last night. St. Louis, they look a lot better. I mean, they've had a lot of injury issues, and they had one of their key guards decided to transfer out. But, obviously some adversity early on, but looks like they are getting to a point where it looks like they're kind of gelling to figure out what needs to be done. Now, I think that as far as building depth, we knew early on, they had three great players, Gibson, Jimerson, Isaiah Swope, and then Robbie Avila. But, those three guys have to combine for usually at least 55 points for them to have a shot. And it looks like they're just finding ways to get it done.
Last night, Swope had 26 points and 8 assists to lead the way for the Billikens. Ramblers with the 40-point first half, up 40-37, shooting 53.6%. That's coming off the 62.5% they shot last game against Murray State. Of course, it doesn't really help you much if you don't win the game, that is. So Loyola looking to have another terrific offensive performance and hoping here today it leads to a victory. Des Watson, 17 points in the first half already. The fourth time this year he's gone 15 or more, and has a good chance, we hope, to set a new career high in this one today. We'll take one final break here on the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show and come back with the second half of action here on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're watching Rambler basketball from home or in Gentile Arena, be sure to do it while enjoying a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. Great Lakes Brewing Company is an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Find Great Lakes Brewing Company beer inside Gentile Arena or wherever Great Lakes beers are sold. Great Lakes Brewing Company reminds you to please drink responsibly. Hey, Rambler fans, howling for hunger, on the prowl for snacks? Then head to the Pack House concession stands in Gentile Arena for all your food and beverage needs. The main stands are located at the northeast and southwest corners of the Gentile Arena concourse, with a satellite beverage station located in the southeast corner and a new grab-and-go concept stand located across from the restrooms on the north side. Go now or stay hungry.
The new Bud Light Loft at Gentile Arena provides a fantastic sideline view of the court. It also offers plenty of exciting amenities, including all-inclusive food service with an elevated game day tailgate venue, a private cash bar, and a reserved countertop seat with access to high-top tables. Interested in season group or single-game tickets in the Bud Light Loft? Then visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF. Second half about to get underway, 40-37. Loyola leads, try to beat VCU for the first time ever. VCU, along with Richmond, the only teams in the Atlantic 10 that Loyola has not beaten since joining the league, and they've never beaten VCU because all the meetings have come in the last couple of years. Something about the city of Richmond Loyola has trouble with. But CT, 3-point lead for the Ramblers here. What do they got to do to pick up that first win against a Richmond area A10 school?
So I think first they got to take care of the ball. So 7 turnovers in that first half. I mean, that puts us on pace for 14, obviously, which is way too high. I know they're going to get out and really extend their pressure, try to run that full court press, but I don't think they do. I think it's more just sort of token pressure, try to get us to slow us down. Aside from Zeb Jackson, they don't have anybody that I think can just pick you up 94 feet and could pick your pocket several times if you're not careful. So I think we just have to do a better job of that. And then on the defensive end, I mean, Philip Russell, we got to be underneath him on all catches. I mean, he's just feeling it right now. You can just tell he's playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of swagger. Knocked in 3 of their 4 3-point attempts in the first half. So got to be ready for him.
Rambler ball to begin the second half with Quinn, Dawson, Watson, Deloach, and Rubin, the original starting 5. Shooting to the hoop to our right, moving left to right in the second half of play. Deloach will hand it off to Quinn between the rings. JQ now a Deloach screen. Quinn will swing it right side. Watson up fake, steps to his left, drives. Got defended nicely, kicks out Quinn. He penetrates across the lane right side. Nothing there. 8 to shoot. Brings it back out for Dez. Now swings for Dawson. 5 to shoot. Top side, long 3. JD, who stumbles down after the fact. He's got to be careful because JD does actually sort of land forward sometimes with his legs. And I was looking right at it, and I got scared for a moment there, but he's okay. Here's Clark, and he throws it through the hands of Bamasil, and VCU with an unforced error, their 4th turnover. Yeah, JD, those legs kind of get ahead of him. Yep. So it's got to be a little careful with that. He's wearing an ankle brace outside of his socks and leg warmers. What are those? Compression sleeves. Everybody wears now. Des Watson up fakes top side, steps to 15, drives down the left lane line. Patient with it, dribbles it out to the corner. Now peruses down the baseline, lost it, got it back. Up fakes against the much larger man. Bamboye had it blocked, and then Rubin had the ball but stepped out of bounds. So Des there, still patient, maybe too patient this time around, and got himself trapped underneath the rim.
A little bit, but hey, when the opposite guard drives baseline, that big has to get to the front of the rim. So that would have been Miles on that one. He would have given him a great outlet. Miles would have had a dunk.
Here the front court comes Russell. It's the VCU team that 3 players make 2 or more 3-pointers each game on average. Russell's made 3, and then Bamasil and Shulga are the other couple that make at least 2 or more a game. Clark, left side, misses short on the 3, and the rebound offensively by Bamboye. Clark at the rim will finger roll it in. It's a 13 second chance points now for VCU. 40-39 Loyola. It's been a 7-0 run that lasted since Loyola took the 40-32 lead, but they led 38-30 with 2:20 to go. So a 9-2 run spanning the half. Quinn to Dawson in the lane at the A10 logo, poked away, gets the dribble back, enters it for Deloach, spins right to the baseline,
Score that, JJ.
Goes up to the glass
Easy.
and scores.
Yeah, hit the 2 little foes. There we go. Told you he's playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of swagger.
5 points for JJ. Ramblers by 3. Shulga. And now
got JQ.
Gets the foul. Just his first. Dawson and Edwards each have 2 in this game. And on the VCU side, it's Zeb Jackson who has 2. Shulga will inbound on the baseline. Gets it to Clark. Left baseline, shoots over Rubin and hits. Just catch, shoot, easy doing. Back to a 1-point Rambler lead. Quinn races across the timeline, left side. Fires a tough pass to the right corner. Watson catch and shoot 3 and spins out. And the rebound for Clark. And then Russell with a weird pass across the court that gets to Shulga. Shulga gets by Watson, runs into Rubin. Rubin got his hand on the shot. Loose ball. Shulga has it again. Rubin blocked it, but he fouled him first. Too much body. Shulga able to get that offensive rebound, though, against Miles. Miles wasn't able to eye the ball after contesting the initial shot. His second foul. 2 shots for Shulga. Hasn't gotten going today just yet. 2 points, 1 of 6 from the field. First trip to the line where he's 70% on the year. Nothing but net on the first one. Edwards and Wakoria in. Rubin and Deloach go out, so get a little bit smaller now, or a lot bit smaller. Shulga looking to give VCU the lead back. Bends the knees, free throw in the air, and good. 43-42 Rams. Again, the full court pressure. They try to trap Dawson, gets rid of it to Dez. Dez across the timeline, finds Wakoria right corner, back to Dez right wing. And now they'll set it up with Dawson out front. Dawson dribbling left on the wing. Dawson now for Quinn, poked away Bamasiel, and then Bamasiel saved it in bounds to Dawson. Dawson drives to the lane, floats, and bounces out. And Bamasiel flies in for the rebound. Bamasiel picked up by Dawson on the left wing. Bounces it. On top, Bamboye. Guarded by Wakoria. Dribbles to the left. Gives it back to Bamasiel. Wakoria switches onto him. Bamasiel wants to take him off the dribble. Gets in the lane. Up fake, steps in. Left-hand shot short. Loose ball picked up by Dez on the baseline. Gets it to Quinn. Leaves it Dawson. Back to Quinn, right corner. Now Sheldon there as well. Sheldon to Quinn, cutting to the rim. Kick out Wakoria. Left side for 3. Short. Rebound comes out to Russell. Russell spinning and somehow gets away with something not legal with the dribble, and then gets to the rim, missed the shot, and got fouled.
Yeah, he rested the ball on his hip for a second on that spin move. Right there. Yep.
That's a call missed by the referees. As I don't think a Rambler hand got in on the ball. A lot of times if that's the case, you let it go because it's not actually a dribbling violation, but he got that ball caught on his hip as he spun. Wakoria the foul.
That's 3. I mean, that's 3 on Francis, unfortunately.
And Russell shooting 2. Bounces out on the first one. Glasgow and Deloach return. Wakoria and Dawson take to the bench. Zeb Jackson returns. For VCU, only played 5 minutes in the first half, had 2 fouls. Second shot, Russell got the second. He's got 13. VCU by 2. Quickly into the front court. Edwards getting
Is that 3 on Zeb Jackson?
Bumped most of the way by Zeb Jackson.
That's 3 on him. That's huge. That is huge.
That's what he's there for, to play that type of defense, but just picked up his 3rd in less than 6 minutes of action. First team foul on the Rams here in the second half. Quinn inbounding sideline left right at the end of the Rambler bench in front of his first-year assistant coach, Andrew Cobian. Danny, left corner for 3. He got knocked down afterwards. He missed it. And he'll shoot 3. He got fouled by Russell.
It's Russell's first.
So Daniel Glasgow will go to the line where he'll try to improve. He'll get 3 opportunities to do so. 44-42 VCU, 16:04 to go. Ramblers led 40-37 at halftime as Danny's free throw shot has a little ways to go right now as he misses the first badly. It's two more. Deep breath. One dribble. Deep bend in the knees. Second free throw. Bounces off the back iron in the air and down through. Something about this side of the floor, though. Things tend to bounce Loyola's way. I feel like there's a reason for it. Glasgow's second shot, third shot, I should say, does exactly the same thing. Off the back iron, up in the air, not as cleanly through, but it counts nonetheless. He makes 2 of 3. We're tied at 44. Just over 4 minutes gone by, second half. Shulga on the right wing, drives across the lane to the left side. Met by Deloach, tries to bump him, kicks it out to Clark. Glasgow knocks it off of Clark and out of bounds. So Glasgow fouled on the 3. He bricked badly the first free throw, gets a soft touch on the next 2, and then creates a turnover on the other end. 15:49 to go in the second half. It's VCU 44, Loyola 44. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Looking for a doctor close to home? You don't have to travel far to find the leading edge of healthcare. With Loyola Medicine, hospitals and doctors' offices located throughout the west, south, and southwest suburbs, advanced medical technology and top-rated physicians are right in your neighborhood. At Loyola Medicine, the official healthcare system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, it's easy to find an exceptional doctor at a convenient location. Go to loyolamedicine.org/doctor to find your Loyola doctor today.
This spring, Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Planning for retirement is like preparing for the big game. You need offense, defense, and the right team on your side. As the official retirement planning sponsor of Loyola Athletics, Strategic Wealth Designers has a goal to help you create a winning financial plan so you're prepared for life's biggest moments. Strategic Wealth Designers, helping America retire since 2002. Visit swdgroup.com or give them a call at 187-SWD-GROUP. Strategic Wealth Designers is a paid sponsor of Loyola Athletics. No endorsement by Loyola Athletics is stated or implied, and Loyola Athletics is not a client of Strategic Wealth Designers.
Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, provides life-saving care. Loyola Medicine's top-rated doctors diagnose, treat, and manage both common conditions and complex diseases. Visit loyolamedicine.org/schedule now to make your appointment today. 15:49 to go in the second half. Loyola 44, VCU 44. Just had Daniel Glasgow make 2 of 3 free throws after being fouled on a three-point shot. And then he created a turnover on the other end. So it'll be Rambler ball. I mentioned earlier, CT, how VCU was dominating in the paint. Well, right now it's only a +6 advantage, 24-18 for VCU. But the real advantage for them is +12 second chance points, 15-3. VCU is +1 on the glass, but I think it's +6 in this half alone. The Ramblers have the advantage. Yeah, it is 7-1 rebounding here in the second half, VCU, and they have 8 offensive rebounds for the 15 second chance points. Ramblers have 7 offensive rebounds, but only the 3 second chance points. But how about the little bit of a burst there from Daniil Glasgow to get the Ramblers a couple of points and an extra possession?
Yeah, I mean, I really like what we're seeing from Daniil. I mean, of the 3 freshmen that you talked about, so like him, Safe, and Jack, I mean, I always thought he was the most game ready. I mean, physically, he's there, but also just, I mean, in terms of his skill set, like his mindset, it seems like he's really bought in. He's somebody that you can really trust in these types of situations.
Ramblers have to go full court, not inbounding on the baseline, though, on the sideline down there. Dez gets it into JD, picked up by Shulgo, one-on-one into the front court, dribbling out here in front of us. Now crosses to his left, and Quinn got grabbed by Russell on a bounce pass where Russell thought he had a steal and a lay-in the other way. And they give him a tech. They may have given him a tee. No, maybe just a warning.
A warning, yeah.
Yep, and I like that.
Yeah.
Gave him a delay of game warning.
All right,
there you go.
So
now both teams have been
right.
called for a delay of game warning today. And Dez will inbound just to the right of CT here at the hash mark. Dez with 17 first half points. Only taken 2 shots here in the second half. One was kind of a desperation underneath the rim, got blocked. The other one was a pretty good look at a 3. JQ, 10 on the shot clock, still dribbling out front. Bounces it left to the lane to Deloach. Deloach
Score
spins
that.
to his left to the baseline, met by Shulga. No chance that Max Shulga can do anything there. And Deloach lays it up and in. He's got 7, and the Ramblers back up by 2, 46-44.
It looked like a missed assignment on Shoga because they've been doubling from that low side, and Shoga just didn't come.
Zeb Jackson on the left wing. Bounces it to Shulga. Guarded by Dez. Left of the lane, they clear out. Shulga going to back him down mid-block, spins baseline, up fakes, ducks the shoulder, fades back, misses.
Great defense.
Shulga just not comfortable. The Ramblers don't allow him to do what he wants to do. That's get free for open shots. He's not getting them, not open shots. Deloach hands off Dawson. Dawson turns the corner to the rim, puts up a wild shot that rolls over the top of the backboard, and it'll be VCU ball. We'll just wipe that one way from memory. JD created the contact. Maybe gets a foul call in another game, but not this one today. 46-44 Loyola, 14:42 to go, second half. VCU ball. Miles has come back in. Deloach to the bench.
Yeah. Next time down, I'd love for us to just recognize who Zeb Jackson is guarding and go directly at him, see if we can get him a fourth.
Yeah, good point. Still out there with the 3 fouls. Away from the ball, I turn to see Russell on the floor and then JQ tripping over him as well. And who are they calling it on? They're calling it on VCU. And now I think they're going to send the teams to the benches. I think they want to look at what happened there.
Yeah, it's tough to see in the background.
Yeah, it was right, exactly. It was cameras may not have really picked it up.
Let's see if we can get Austin to play it again.
So they called a foul on JQ, but now they're reviewing it.
Was it on JQ or Shut?
Yeah, no, it's an offensive foul. That's what Michael Lucky just came over and told us that, or told TV that. I eavesdropped. Radio doesn't get the explanation. Only TV does. That's not totally true. Sometimes the officials will let us know as well, which is very kind of them, but they don't have to. So it was Russell and Quinn that went down, right? So they call a foul on Russell. Offensive foul, I suppose. I'm going to try to see if I can sneak a look at the monitor here, but that CBS is showing the replay, but I'm doing my best. I caught the end of the replay. I'm looking again here, and I mean, all I see is Russell going down into JQ, who's backing away from him, and then they both go down. So I'm not really sure what it sounded like the initial call was an offensive foul on Russell, but I thought I heard it announced as a foul on Loyola.
So I was wondering if they called Sheldon on a hand check on the Zeb Jackson drive first, and then afterwards JQ and Russell got mixed up.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay,
maybe that's what.
Yeah. Well, they pointed down to Loyola. All right, I'm going to try to eavesdrop again here.
Just a common foul. So just a common foul.
They're saying common foul on
who?
VCU.
Okay. All right, we'll take. All right, let's go. Who is it?
Not sure they know at the table either because they don't have it entered in on.
No, I haven't heard Alex on the
Well,
either.
Alex announced it something, but I thought he said Jalen Quinn a foul, and they put up a team foul for Loyola. Now they've swapped it, and I guess it's got to be a foul on Russell, right? Yeah, and that's his third. So now both Russell and Jackson have 3. So that's news.
Yeah, that's huge news for both of them.
And they're both on the floor still. JQ being guarded by him out near half court. Gets into Sheldon between the rings. Edwards, little jab step, picks up the dribble. Has Edwards all over him, or Jackson all over Edwards. Now Edwards to Rubin at the rim, rolling to the hoop. They count the basket as well. I thought they were going to call Miles for a travel because he had a little bit of a stutter, but they were calling a foul at basically the same time. He never put the ball on the floor, followed through, and scored. And by the rule, that is a good basket, continuation, and a chance for three-point play. We saw something like that back in Hawaii that didn't go our way.
Oh, yeah, a little home whistle. Get some home cooking. We'll take it.
Second bucket for Miles, and the foul on Clark, his second. And Miles a chance to put the Ramblers up by 5. The free throw. And missed it. And then
Miles. Just going after.
Against Russ, knocked over Russell after missing the free throw.
Yeah, and that's Miles' third, too.
Yep.
That hurts.
Saw Watson get his jersey tugged also in the rebounding
He
there.
did, by Jack Clark right there.
There's a chance that Dez was also tugging and or grabbing as well, so which is usually the case. All right, 4-point Rambler lead, 14:08 to go. Jalen DeLoach back in. Rubin out. Zeb Jackson into the front court with it. And Russell out top. Russo and Jackson gets fouled by Dawson, and that's going to be JD's third. JD. So JD and Miles and Francis all have 3 for the Ramblers. Russell and Jackson each have 3 for the Rams. Wakoria coming in for Dawson. And the team fouls are 5-5.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a very evenly officiated game the whole time. I have
no complaints.
No complaints about any of the calls.
We probably ran through our allotment of complaints in one game, though, in Hawaii. Shulga catches in the right corner, going to back down Watson. Mid-block right, lowers the shoulder, goes up with the shot. Mid-block, misses.
Great defense again.
It's a wide right off the rim. Got to the middle of the paint, but missed it wide right. And the Ramblers get the rebound. 6-0 run for Loyola over the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Watson hasn't scored here in the second half. Gives it to DeLoach. Watson behind the screen now, takes the ball back. Between the rings, crosses over between the legs, drives into the paint, low right block, up fakes. He tries to step into Shulga, who rips it away. So turnabout is fair play. Shulga up ahead, right side. Russell, 3. No, too strong. Long rebound, Zeb Jackson poked away from behind, and DeLoach saved it in bounds. Who poked it away? I think JQ poked it away, and DeLoach saved it. JQ now rushes to the rim. He goes up, has it stripped, and I think he just lost it out of bounds. But no, they say last touch by VCU. Whew. So both teams they're going at it. And for the most part, the officials are letting them go and play. Oh, JQ lost that on his own. So that's a missed call by the officials there. But I'd say missed calls have been even.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, because, I mean, Miles traveled on that.
Well, I guess that's 2 that go against VCU then.
So it's like, well.
All right, so maybe it's +1 Loyola. Sheldon inbounding from the corner into Wakoria. Quinn has it. Bounces out front for Sheldon.
Oh, yeah.
DeLoach catches at the free throw line against Furman. Moved into a double team. Got rid of it to Danny. Down the baseline. Hangs in the air with contact. Got it blocked. And it's out of bounds. VCU ball. And there's nothing to be mad about. I mean, some of these may be fouls by the letter of the law in the rule book, but they're not being called. And and that's just not a foul. I mean, defender went straight up. There's body-to-body contact, straight up. And then Danny just got the shot blocked. 4-point Rambler lead. VCU has it. 12:58 to go in the second half. Down the baseline right, and Zeb Jackson got bumped. He was going to be out of bounds if they don't call that. So
that's 3 on JQ now.
They called it on Francis? They put it on Wakoria on the monitor, but I think they maybe, yeah, JQ's the right call. They'll switch that. So JQ's third. Francis still has 3. Next foul is single bonus. VCU has 2 more fouls to get Loyola to single bonus. Furman in the right corner, guarded by DeLoach. Now for Shulga on the right wing. He's guarded by Glasgow. Gets doubled momentarily. Passes out to the top. Bad pass. Picked up on the run by Edwards.
Wolf.
Oh, from behind.
Sheldon's got
CT trying to help out by calling out Wolf, which I guess is the code for.
That's a code for somebody trailing you. Sheldon's like that happens. That's happened to Sheldon a couple times in Hawaii. I know he's not like a primary ball. Yeah, like you got numbers in transit, you got to go. Like you can't just kind of probe it and see because guys are going to be pursuing you.
Attack the rim. Went out of bounds. It's Rambler ball, 27 on the shot clock. Still a 6-0 run that's lasted 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Ramblers lead by 4. DeLoach catches top of the nail, puts down the left-hand dribble. Sheldon steps back, takes the 3, bangs out, and the rebound by Phil Russell for VCU. He brings it ahead, guarded by DeLoach, trying to get by him. Left side, Brandon Jennings back out to Russell. Now left corner open. Bamasil, Glasgow, the closeout. Did enough. Tap up, no good. Third try tapped up and in by Furman. So 3 chances. A couple of tap ups after the missed 3-pointer. 48-46 Loyola. Deloach, baseline left. Double team. Kick out. Edwards steps into a 3.
Yep.
That one is good.
Yes, sir. Great read right there.
First 3-pointer for Sheldon today. Of course, he's made 3 or more 8 times this season. So we still expect a couple of more from him today. Zeb Jackson faking himself out with the dribble. Passes right corner to Bamasil. Bamasil mid-block right. Steps into the lane. Fading back. Missed it short. And they're going to get Dez for his second foul. With body. Maybe an arm.
They said his arm came down a little bit.
Timeout on the floor with 11:46 left to go. It's Loyola 51. VCU 46. Joe Bamasil will have 2 free throws when we come back here on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Loyola fans, Cam Krutwick here. Have you ever shopped for sports or concert tickets online only to be blown away by the high fees at the checkout? You can forget about the sticker shock with TicketEstore.com, an official ticketing partner of Loyola Athletics. Proud members of the National Association of Ticket Brokers and celebrating 20 years in the business. TicketEstore.com has the tickets you love without the fees you don't. Next time you're looking for great seats, TicketEstore.com is your destination.
Celebrate Chicago with Windy City weeknights at Gentile Arena this season. All Monday through Thursday games feature $7.73 bleacher seats and a 3-1-2 concessions menu featuring $3 soda, $1 popcorn, and $2 hot dogs.
With the one-hand finish.
Visit LoyolaRamblers.com/weeknights and reserve your tickets today.
On the alley-oop. Are you kidding me?
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Rambler fans, make plans for your next trip to Gentile Arena by visiting RamblerTickets.com, your official source for Loyola athletics tickets. Men's basketball seats start at only $14 per game. Visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF. 11:46 left to go in the second half. 51-46 Ramblers. Joe Bamasil will get the line for 2 for VCU. Ramblers done a good job over these now last 5 consecutive checkpoints, maintaining either the lead or a tie. 26-25 and 32-28 in the final 2 checkpoints of the first half, and then led 40-37 at the half. VCU had it tied 44-44 at the under 16, but now back up by 5 for the Ramblers at the under 12. And I think that's maybe something that doesn't get talked about a lot, is just sort of maintaining that segment-to-segment advantage as the game goes.
Yeah, the segment-to-segment, I mean, that's key. I mean, there's still about 12 minutes left in this game. There's going to be a ton of possessions, but you can't look too far ahead. You just have to focus on what's right in front of you right now. And I know Drew's been on this post-game segment a couple times, talk about how the way he structures practice, and something we saw in Hawaii, you typically do like 4-minute segments to simulate like a 4-minute media or 4-minute segment in the game before a media timeout. So it gets the guys used to competing in those short bursts, also just focusing on what's in front of them.
Bamasil makes the first of 2 free throws. He's got 6. The lead is 4. VCU with 5 turnovers here in the second half, 8 for the game. Loyola only 1 and 8 for the game. So that's evened up, and the Ramblers are plus 5 points off turnovers, but the second chance point's still an issue. Negative 14 for the Ramblers, even though they have 8 offensive rebounds. VCU has 11. Bamasil makes both, 51-48 Ramblers. Deloach has the ball in the backcourt. Watson trying to come and get it. Deloach dribbling, bounces it to Dez, who does move across the timeline to receive the pass. And now Watson in the front court with 19 on the shot clock. Bamasil reaching in, trying to knock it away. Swung left for Sheldon, who made his last 3-pointer. Lobs it for Deloach, who faces up on Furman. Now we'll back him down, see if he spins to the baseline. He does it, picks up the dribble, 15 feet from the hoop. Sheldon comes to get it for a corner 3, missed it. Wakoria, the offensive rebound through 2 bodies. Dawson, up fake, steps to his left, 3-ball, Jaden bounces out. Well, Corey, it looked like he got grabbed maybe by Bamasil, lost the ball. Now Bamasil ahead, fakes a behind the back pass, goes crazily to the baseline, loses the ball. What the heck was that? Joe Bamasil. And here come the Ramblers. Dawson to Edwards, fumbles it, shoots it anyways, 3-ball, no. Offensive rebound, Deloach, Watson had it, knocked away, Rambler ball. Oh boy, what are we doing? Both ways. Joe Bamasil, I don't know what. I mean,
he had a
2-on-1
fast break. Yeah, it's like that play where I think it was an Oakland game where we had Sheldon and Dez 2-on-1. It was like you just got to convert that.
Yeah, he was just wild from the start, from mid-court. He's already, kind of herky-jerky and lanky as he plays.
Yeah, I think Ryan had something to say to him. Just slow down, just make the pass.
Yeah. All right, Quinn inbounding on the baseline, looking, and gets it into Miles. Miles, top of the nail with the left-hand dribble. JD comes to get the handoff. Dawson turns the corner, goes to the hoop against Furman, gets fouled.
Nice.
JD will shoot 2, and Furman, that should be his second by my count. Yes. And that's the 6th on the team. So from here on out, it's free throws because there's 17 fouls on the Ramblers. With 10:47 left to go. Ramblers today are 7 of 11 at the line. JD is 4 of 5. They're going to break into double figures. First free throw, too strong. Luke Bamboye will come on. The 6'10 true freshman from London, England, went to Arizona Compass Prep. So far today hasn't scored, hasn't taken a shot, 1 rebound. Shot blocking is his game. He's got 1 of those and 1 steal. Dawson's second free throw, that's good. 10 points for Dawson in his return to the lineup in 21 minutes. Only 2 of 9 from the field, but 5 of 7 at the line. Ramblers by 4 with 10:42 to go. Shulga deep on the left, guarded by Watson. Swing to the corner to Jennings. Jennings now out to the left side. It's Bamboye. Bamboye dribbles to the top side. Hands it off Zeb Jackson. Jackson against Dawson. Trying to turn the corner on the screen. Rubin switches and a lob to Bamboye, who catches it. Good job by Dawson on the initial catch, but then Bamboye gets free and then able to dunk it. His first basket. 52-50 Ramblers. Quinn will get it across the timeline. JQ dribbling left. JQ drives, got to the glass, but missed it wildly. And here comes VCU. Clark into the front court. Clark to the lane. Clark against Rubin, able to get it over his hands and down for 2. On the floater, Clark's got 10. Tie game, 52-52. 4th time we've been tied. We've had 11 lead changes in this game. Quinn to Rubin in the lane, puts down the power dribble, and then doing that allowed Jackson to reach in and knock it away off of Rubin out of bounds. That might be a chance for Rubin. Just turn, float it up and in.
Yep. Floated in a nice little mid-range jump shot.
52-52 with 9:44 to go. Ramblers resetting their lineup now with Edwards, Dawson, Watson, Rubin, and Deloach. So the starting 5, but Edwards in for Quinn. Edwards will guard the ball. Jackson now gives it up to Jennings. Jennings guarded by Dawson. Swings it right for Shulga. Shulga with Watson trying to stay with him through his screen. Shulga to the hoop against Rubin. Tries to spin it up. No, not a block shot, but certainly a shot altered. But then getting the loose ball, Shulga able to no-look it, slip it underneath the rim for a lay-in. 54-52 VCU. Clark with another bucket there. So VCU gains the lead back, and now we'll get a timeout, Loyola. This will be the extra media timeout with 9:10 left to go in the game. It's VCU 54, Loyola 52, as the Rams are on a 6-0 run, having made 4 of the last 5 shots over the last minute and 12 seconds. More to come in a moment. It's Loyola basketball from Clearfield.
JB Alberto's has had a passion for pizza since 1965. Each JB Alberto's pizza starts with its own unique handcrafted dough. It's topped with flavorful homemade pizza sauce, crafted from sun-ripened tomatoes, 100% real mozzarella cheese, ingredients cut fresh daily, and top-quality meats. Visit jbalbertos.com to order online or call them at 773-973-1700. JB Alberto's, the official pizza sponsor of Loyola Athletics.
This is Ramblers men's basketball player Jalen Quinn on behalf of the law firm of Kupiec & Martin. Founded in 2008 by Loyola alumnus Dave Kupiec, Kupiec & Martin is a trusted multi-state tax law firm with almost 6 years of experience advising businesses with state and local income, franchise, and sales tax matters. Their expertise was developed from working in-house at large publicly owned corporate tax departments, Big Four accounting firms, and state agencies. Contact them at 312-632-1022 or visit them at kupiecandmartin.com. Go Blairs.
Team Impact is a therapeutic 2-year program that matches children facing serious illness and disabilities with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Loyola Medicine sponsors the Ramblers' relationship with Team Impact, which currently includes 3 active matches. Team Impact getting all kids in the game, all in, all together. Sheldon Edwards, that three-pointer he made earlier in this half, he's now eclipsed 1,000 points for his overall career. 416 of those have been scored here at Loyola. So he did a lot of work in his time at Valparaiso. Did Sheldon Edwards. I'll get that. I mean, I guess I could do the math here, but I'd rather just look up what his numbers were, kind of averages while at Valparaiso. We know while he was at Valparaiso, I mean, he was a primary scorer, and that wasn't the case really the first half of his time here, but has certainly become that type of player. His freshman year at Valpo, played 21 minutes a game, averaged 8 points. And then his second year, 26 minutes a game, scored over 11 points a game, averaged 10 points a game, and scored 580 in his time. That math doesn't math there. 580 and
416.
Yeah. So there's a couple. There's a couple of points missing.
That doesn't get you 1,000.
Which happens by the way on the websites.
So he has 996 right now. He has 5 for the game, right? So 996 plus 5.
Well, he had 411 at Loyola coming into the game today. So 416 at Loyola and 580. So there's a discrepancy somewhere, but we're gonna go ahead and say he's at the 1,000 point plateau. All right, it's Rambler ball out of the timeout. Sheldon has the ball on the left side, bounces it baseline left to Deloach. Deloach one-on-one, guarded by Bamboye. Tries to work him to the paint. And I'm going to call a foul on Bamboye. Could be 1-1. Of course, remember, Sheldon, his first game at Loyola, had that buzzer beater to send the game with Fairleigh Dickinson to overtime. Had a big game that day. And then was kind of just quiet up until the tail end of the season.
They were at LaSalle. I think he had a career high 25.
He had a big game in that finale. Deloach makes the first of a 1-and-1 situation. And he's got 8 points now, 54-53 VCU. Foul was Bamboye, his first. Of course, last year George Mason had a career high 27. Deloach second shot, too strong, and Clark gets the rebound. Sheldon, by the way, comes in for first time in his Loyola career with 4 consecutive double-figure games. Has 5 so far today. 54-53 VCU. Zeb Jackson dribbles to the right wing. Watson watching him. Jackson crosses over, drives right. Stops at the mid-block. Will throw it out to Clark. Clark to the free throw line. Throws it back for Bamboye. Bamboye back to the basket against Dawson. Backs him down, middle of the paint. Puts it up with the right hand. Bounces out. Wakoria crashes to the glass, and it goes out to Zeb Jackson, who makes the three. 57-53 VCU. It's only the 4th made three-pointer, 5th made three-pointer made by VCU today. Dawson, sideline right, guarded by Shulga. They clear out. Dawson to the baseline. Double team comes from the backside. Slips it out to Deloach. Deloach has it knocked away back to Dawson. Up fake, steps to his right, step back, right corner, 3. No good. Offensive rebound with Coria, and he gets fouled.
There you go, Francis.
See if they get him on the way up there for 2 shots and not 1-and-1. I didn't see the signal. We'll find out on the other side of the timeout. 7:58 left to go. VCU 57, Loyola 53. Big free throws coming up from Francis Wakoria on the other side of this timeout on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
National Catholic Schools Week, taking place January 26th through February 1st, is an annual celebration of Catholic education in the United States. Loyola University Chicago would like to highlight a local Catholic elementary school. Northside Catholic Academy is an award-winning institution specializing in educating the whole child. Applications are now open. Visit northsidecatholic.org and be a part of something greater.
Download the Go Ramblers mobile app to stay connected with your favorite Loyola teams. The app features the latest news, scores, stats, and interactive content. Search Loyola Ramblers in the Apple or Google Play Store. Make sure to follow the Ramblers on social media at RamblersMBB for all the latest news, updates, videos, and highlights.
On the alley-oop! Are you kidding me?
That's at RamblersMBB on Instagram and Twitter.
Visit Candlelight Chicago, Firehouse Grill, Pippin's Tavern, or Streeter's Tavern to watch the Ramblers battle LaSalle in Philadelphia this coming Wednesday, January the 8th at 5:30 p.m. Each is located close to the downtown or lakeshore campuses and features delicious food options and beverage specials during Ramblers away games. All away games this season can be viewed at any of these locations as they are the men's basketball away game watch party sponsors. It'll be about 4 days in Philadelphia for us, as Wednesday night against LaSalle, and then Saturday afternoon, the game at St. Joe's. The next two games on the schedule for the Ramblers before coming back January the 15th to play at home against Rhode Island. Foul before the timeout was on Jack Clark, not the Jack Clark that played in the major leagues for San Francisco and Detroit, I think mainly San Francisco. Super dating myself on that one. CT's like, I don't know who that is. But that was his third, I have it as. Third foul. And it's going to be, I believe, a shooting foul. 2 shots for Corey. At the very least, it's going to be 1 and 1. All right, adversity time here for the Ramblers as they've kind of fallen behind here, only by 4. But things bouncing VCU's way. They made 5 of their last 7, while the Ramblers have only made 1 of their last 9.
Yeah, I'd love to see. So right here, so Francis put these free throws in. Well, then down there on the defensive end, I mean, Francis, he's played 17 minutes. He doesn't have a defensive rebound yet. So, I mean, I think there have been a number of opportunities where the ball's kind of in his hands, like a 50-50 situation. Ball just bounces out, and VCU just gets a second or third chance opportunity. Saw that again just now. I mean, Francis did a great job of crashing in there, but didn't come up with the ball. It just gets tipped out to Zeb Jackson for a 3. I mean, those are the things that can't happen.
Well, Corey have missed the first, but all net on the second. He's got 4. The lead is 3 for VCU. Zeb Jackson will run the point. Russell's been sitting with his 3 fouls while Jackson has stayed out there. Jackson off the Bamboye screen. Dribbles back to the top. Up fakes, gets the ball back as he passed to Shulga. Guarded by Dawson, 13 to shoot. Tries to step back. That 3, Jackson makes it. That step back move that I contest is I know you're not moving forward, but it should be it's a travel. It's not, I mean, you're hopping backwards on 2 feet. But that's basketball now, 60-54 VCU. If you did that forward, you'd probably get called for a travel. Quinn swings it right for Watson. 6-point VCU lead. Quinn for Dawson, left wing. Deloach calls for it. Tries a backdoor pass to Quinn, who wasn't ready for it. Quinn was in the vicinity, but not really cutting. Here comes VCU in transition. Shulga into the paint, bounces it out deep right, swung corner. Jennings against Watson. Back out Shulga. 15 to shoot. Gets down low. Down his right corner. Clark, open
Short.
3. Short. Ramblers need the rebound. They don't get it. Yeah, Jennings got it. Now Jackson, another 3. Missed it, and there's Deloach with the rebound. Drew Valentine is signaling from the sideline to rush this ball ahead. Let's go. Let's get some pace here. Down by 6 with 6:30 to go. Quinn. The Deloach screen. Quinn driving left to the hoop. Gets fouled again. More free throws for the Ramblers, where they're 10 of 17 today. VCU 8 of 11. Jennings call for the foul, his second. It's 2 shots. It'll be 2 the rest of the way also. That's the 9th team foul. JQ just only 2 points today, 1 of 7 from the field, has 6 assists. And now has his third point as he makes the first of 2 free throws. 6 assists against 2 turnovers in 25 minutes today for JQ. In his 4 starts, he's been averaging a little more than 2.5 assists, but 2.8 turnovers in the 4 starts. So better numbers in this game for sure. You got 3-1. Second shot, that's good. Now, of course, in the starts, he's been scoring a lot more, but maybe it's better suited for him to not be someone looked upon to score double figures, but just take care of the basketball, make the right plays, and so far that's the situation today. 60-56 VCU. Furman down low, mismatch against Edwards. Rubin lurking, blocks the shot after the fact as a foul was called. It's a good job by Rubin because it would have counted if it goes in. So Miles blocks the shot. It won't count as a block shot, but at least you don't give a chance for a three-point play as Sheldon was called for a foul. Little things like that are just playing through the whistle no matter what if you're Miles Rubin. Sheldon's third. Furman to the line for the first time today. First free throw. He made it.
Yeah, 40% free throw shooter
Yeah,
on there. He's going to miss. He's going to give us this one.
He's 7 of 16 at the line this season with that make. Second free throw upcoming for the junior Furman. In the air. 6-point VCU lead, 62-56 the next time around. Korea looking to inbound the ball.
Can run, dude.
Dez got knocked down into the VCU bench. Yeah, it's something, no matter what happened in that Murray State game, you see a lot of players just don't realize that you can move to on that baseline to get a better angle. Watson, catch and shoot, corner three. First
Nice.
points
There we go.
of the second half, and now he's got 20. Second time this season, Dez has had 20 or more. 6th time in his Loyola career. Zeb Jackson,
Nope.
step back three, missed it short.
No, we can't
Can't get the loose ball. Long rebound. Russell to the hoop, floats it up and in off the window. Just not getting the long loose ball rebounds in this instance. 64-59. Korea, right baseline drive, lost it at the rim, on the floor, fell down with it. Rubin, kick out, Edwards, 3-ball, in and out. Korea got his hand on the rebound but couldn't secure it. And here comes VCU. Zeb Jackson drives, hangs, just throws it up to the rim well short, and the ball's caught by Korea. Here comes JQ. JQ penetrates, he gets to the rim, swallowed up, throws it out wide of Sheldon. All the way to the backcourt to be picked up by Russell at the rim. And then Korea got back to play defense. He throws it out to the right corner. Zeb Jackson takes the three, and he makes a three. This is not basketball. This is street ball, which is a form of basketball, but it's not pretty. In timeout, 67-59 VCU.
That's a killer right there. I mean, JQ has to be better.
Yeah, that's just
like there's just no other way around it. Those are the type of turnovers you can't have your three in the same system. You just can't do it.
Throwing the ball out wide to the top side. It would have been better off if the ball had gone out of bounds all the way in the backcourt, but it did not. And then VCU, in a real unsettled situation, gets an open three, and they lead by 8. So VCU actually called a timeout on that, so we got to keep it here. And both teams have 2 timeouts left, and all of a sudden, VCU leads by 8. And you said something like this, I think, in Hawaii, or someone else actually said this, and then you and I said it. Playing to the chaos, and that's what Loyola just did on a couple of possessions in a row. Where they could have maybe settled it down 5, and you wouldn't have had that careless turnover.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, Jake, you might as well just go ahead and shoot it. I mean, you already driven the ball and gotten 2 feet in the jump circle. I mean, like, it didn't bother you that there were 2 defenders before you did that. So why does it bother you now when you actually have an angle to the basket? And then just to panic and just throw it into the backcourt, and then our guys just don't sprint back. I mean, they just assume, it's going to get a backcourt call. Well, it's like, no, like, you have to actually touch the ball to get the backcourt call. Philip Russell just did exactly what he was supposed to do. Just ran, ready to hustle play, recognized France was the only one that ran back, played one-on-one against him, didn't have the layup, just threw it out for an open three. Those are the killers.
All right, inbound in the backcourt for the Ramblers. 4:42 left, down by 8 now. Dawson across the timeline, left to right. JD bounces it for Wakoria. Wakoria to Rubin, top of the nail. Rubin looking, facing up. Tries to go against Furman, mid-block kick out. Sheldon up fakes, goes baseline kick out. Watson left side for three, too strong. Rubin looks like he was being held off by Furman, and VCU gets the rebound in the corner. Chance to go up by 10 for the Rams. Russell in the lane, puts it up, fouled. With 4:10 left to go, 2 shots coming for Philip Russell. So the Ramblers have let this one get away from that under 8 media timeout, and we haven't hit the under 4 yet. We're down by 4 at that point, but obviously we're in a much better position. Russell makes the first free throw. And a chance to put VCU up by double figures now with 4:10 left to go. Here comes the second. Also good, 10-point lead for the first time today. 69-59 VCU. Ramblers need a quick 5-0 run here. Dez has the ball knocked out of bounds by Jennings with 4:05 left in the backcourt. 4 seconds to get over half court. 6 seconds to get over half court. Deloach streaking ahead, catches one-on-one with Furman to the hoop. Can't bank it in. And rebound by Clark. Didn't really get all the way to the rim. It's kind of outside the restricted area. Tried to score it with some finesse. And now VCU is going to slow this one down. Up by 10 with less than 4 to go. Russell rise up, take the three, and make it. And 13-point VCU lead with 3:35. So the last 2 minutes, this one has gotten away. A 10-0 run by the Rams. And the Ramblers, one of their last 9 with a couple of careless turnovers. Dez enters it for Wakoria. Baseline right. Double team comes. Out to Sheldon. He tries to drive. He does to the hoop. Finger roll short. And the rebound by Clark. And VCU, one more bucket here, may put this one away. Three minutes left. Shulga turns to his left, goes down low. Bump by Deloach. They call that foul. And free throws coming for Max Shulga on the other side of a timeout. Only 2:55 left to go. It's VCU 72, Loyola 59 as the Ramblers unfortunately let this one slip away over the last 2 minutes and 37 seconds, being outscored 10-0. Back with the finish here on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
At Loyola University Chicago's Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health, we address health in all its dimensions to provide better outcomes for all. With academic programming in applied health sciences, healthcare administration, health informatics and data science, and public health sciences, we collaborate across disciplines to find solutions to complex problems. Join us at the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health as we reimagine the future of health today. Learn more at luc.edu/Parkinson.
JB Alberto's is the official pizza sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Although they've had passion for pizza since 1965, their menu also includes appetizers, salads, chicken, ribs, seafood, steak, pastas, sandwiches, burgers, and desserts. Check out their daily specials and order online at jbalbertos.com. You can also call them at 773-973-1700 for all of your catering needs.
Back inside Gentile Arena with 2:55 left to go. It is VCU 72, Loyola 59. And Max Shulga going to be at the line for VCU, shooting 1 and 1. And I said it a couple of times. Just this last 3-minute segment between about the 6-minute mark to the 3-minute mark. Loyola just kind of lost their head. And VCU started making shots. Couldn't grab a couple of rebounds, second chance opportunities. VCU now in this game has 24 second chance points off of 15 offensive rebounds. Loyola's gotten their fair share of offensive rebounds. They have 11, but only 5 second chance points. You score a few more buckets off your second chances. Instead of down 13 here, you're maybe down 6 or 7, and you're still in the ball game. And then they were taking care of the basketball for the vast majority of the second half, but just had a streak of just careless play and bad decision-making. And VCU takes advantage, as they do best, from the three-point line, where they've only made 8 today, 8 of 21. That's 38%. They only shoot 32% on the year, so they're high volume in terms of they make a lot because they take a lot, but not at a good rate. And Max Shulga can all but put this one away with a couple of free throws.
Yeah, I think the most disappointing part, just just lack of effort, or just the silly plays. I mean, we're talking about JQ. I mean, if you're already just making the decision that you're going to drive into the paint with 2 defenders on you, which, okay, well, that's fine. But then you get to both being the jump circle, instead of just actually putting the ball up on the basket or getting a shot attempt, you just pivot, and then throw it nowhere into the backcourt. I mean, those are the type of things that just really hurt, especially, for your starting point guard to be making plays like that. You can't have it.
And again, the Ramblers have held Max Shulga to single digits. He's got 5 points now as he made the first free throw. Both free throws good. It's a 15-point VCU lead with 2:53 left. Russell's got 20, Furman 14, Clark 12, Jackson 11, and then Bamasiel with 7 and Shulga with 6. Russell almost got a steal into the backcourt. They let the play go. VCU does get the ball. And now down the right baseline, Jennings into Rubin, scores it off the glass with contact. And VCU now going to make this final score look not like what it is. And now Watson,
I think a
double foul, Watson and Russell. Double tech, double foul, whatever it is. Shouldn't be free throws. They'll cancel out, I think. They should. This game was 57-53 VCU at the under 8 media timeout. And they're on a 16-free run over the last 3 minutes and 39 seconds. This one, the chances in this game evaporated very quickly for the Ramblers. Offsetting double technical fouls on Watson and Russell, it appears, will be the final say. It's going to be another frustrating loss because, again, you're in there, and if you got a lead in the second half, you led by as many as 8 late in the first half, and I'm going to go back and say it. The last stretch of that first half again is what potentially hurts Loyola. You're up 38-30 with 2:20 left, and instead of maybe extending that, you only go into the locker room down up 3, 40-37. We saw that. I brought it up in the Charleston game. They led by 13, and all of a sudden, or they're up by 10, and all of a sudden they're down by 3 at halftime, and it only took 3.5 minutes. So those end of half closes that are just putting Loyola in a less advantageous position in the second half where, all right, if you make a few mistakes in the second half, you built yourself more of a cushion. Watson takes the 3, can't get it to go, and the rebound for VCU. Watson with 20 points in this game, but only 3 in the second half. But he needed more help. Dawson, the only other player in double figures with 10. Russell in the lane, makes a jumper, 19-point game. He's got 20. Well, this game, 22, and now Sheldon gets fouled by Shulga with 2:01 left. This, in the end, is going to be a game where you just look at the scoreboard. You're going to say, if it ends around this score, well, VCU, they really took it to Loyola and really controlled that game. Yes, in the last 5 minutes of the game. And Sheldon to the line for 2. Stops the drought. First Rambler point in 3 minutes and 53 seconds. And here comes Caleb Reese into the game with Jack Turner. And that gives us a chance to mention Caleb Reese, of course, what he did at Murray State in the Murray State game. Career high 17 minutes, 8 points, career high, a steal, an assist, a couple of rebounds, and just, man, if they had won that game, he was going to be, I think, the reason why. Just his energy in that game. As Sheldon made both free throws, 78-61. As Drew Valentine is called off the Dogs. And kind of call now they're going to blow the whistle on every little bump with a minute 47 to go when it doesn't really matter. So now VCU a chance to get to 80 points, which something an opponent of Loyola has not done this season. The most points the Ramblers have allowed this year was 77 to Charleston. It's the most points the Ramblers have allowed in a game this year. Shulga too strong on the free throw. Safe and Dowie will come in for Sheldon. Now, if Loyola plays like they did the majority of this game for majority of the game, let's say Wednesday at LaSalle, you feel pretty good that the Ramblers can go there and get a win, but we obviously know it's never going to be easy playing a road game, as the Ramblers almost tapped in the rebound off a missed free throw, and it goes out to Russell,
of course it goes
who
to Philip
takes
Russell,
the three.
who of course makes it.
It makes it to make it 81-61.
Just got abused on the glass again.
This looks like almost what GW did to Dayton at the end of the game in DC, where it was single digits, under 4, and then they won that game 82-62. It's 81-61. But a 19-2 run in 4 minutes. Glasgow gets bumped and fouled, and he's going to shoot 2. Plus 12 on the glass for the game for VCU. Second half, plus 17. Zachary Royster is going to come on as well in a moment. As Glasgow, free throw bounces in. So as we Royster, Turner, Reese, Glasgow, and Adawi in. And for ECU, they're going to send in true freshman Terrence Hill. He'll go in for Philip Russell. Back-to-back big games for him. 26 against St. Bonaventure and 25 today. ECU's got a lot of weapons. Showing it off today as Clark gets the rebound on this free throw. 81-62 with a minute 15 left to go. Jennings is dribbling out top. Safe will back off on him. Turner switches on him. Jennings crosses over, kick out right corner. Clark will take the three over Royster. Missed it too strong. Shulga gets the offensive rebound, but that was against Caleb Reese. And then he goes to the hoop and scores as VCU is taking no prisoners in the final moments here. They're putting up as many points as they can, which today's days metrics matter, and it's going to go better into the computer system to win by 20 than it is to win by 15, especially on the road. And again, in a game that was far from this lopsided 5 minutes ago in game time, it's going to look very lopsided just in the final score. Shulga the three-point play, and he gets himself almost in double figures. And now he'll come out of the game, and Fats Billups comes on. 84-62. 56 seconds left. Certainly, I think a question to ask Drew is 38-30 late in that first half. First half as Jack Turner knocks down a three. Try to avoid those end of half lulls. Maybe see what his feeling is on that. Try to avoid those. Drew Valentine and Ryan Odom are having a conversation back and forth, and they're calling technicals on both coaches. I think Drew is a little unhappy with the way maybe, I don't know if he's mad with Ryan Odom or if he's mad with the bench, because every assistant coach is standing looking at each other. I don't know if Drew is upset with VCU maybe launching a couple of threes with 10 on the shot clock. And
I mean, that really bothers me when coaches complain about how the other team is responding. It's like,
we don't know. We don't know
just,
if that's the case.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Don't know. It might be VCU's bench saying things. I know Loyola was upset in the Murray State game that they got called for a bench technical, which, by the way, we can report that on that technical foul at that Murray State game on the bench, it wasn't on a coach. It was on the players on the end of the bench yelling out, what was it, double dribble, when they called a technical foul. So for all the people who were shouting about Loyola being undisciplined technical foul, got a technical foul for yelling out double dribble. As this ball gets knocked out of bounds with 3.2 seconds left. So Loyola was talking about how Murray State's bench was yelling out plenty of stuff as well, and just wasn't called equally. So don't know, again, if it's what stuff's being said as Turner catches the ball with 3 seconds left. Gets around Jackson, puts up a floater after the buzzer, doesn't go, and that ends the ball game 84-65. VCU gets the win. Drew Valentine, Ryan Odom are shaking hands at half court, having a conversation. Seems like I think, again, this is all just conjecture. I don't think Drew is upset with Ryan Odom. I think he might just be upset maybe with some things being said by assistant coaches and or players that maybe saying, hey, can you maybe say something here? But stuff like that happens, unfortunately, in a game that gets away from you late. 84-65, VCU gets the win. Today's postgame show is brought to you by JB Alberto's, the official pizza sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Order online at jbalbertos.com. Call them at 773-973-1700 or visit them at 1326 West Morse Avenue. Plus, make sure to grab JB Alberto's Pizza at Gentile Arena and Loyola Softball Park throughout the season. That's coming up next here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, is making it easier than ever to find the right provider on a date and time that work with your busy schedule. Using the My Loyola online self-scheduling tool, you can make your next appointment in under a minute. Choose from over 30 specialties, in-person appointments or virtual visits, and your preferred date and time, then confirm and schedule. Head to loyolamedicine.org/schedule now to make your appointment today.
This spring, Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We believe a successful retirement requires a solid game plan. Strategic Wealth Designers, the official retirement planning sponsor of Loyola Athletics, is here to assist. Their holistic approach to retirement planning addresses various aspects of your financial landscape, aiming to ensure a well-rounded strategy for your golden years. Visit swdgroup.com or give them a call at 187-SWD-GROUP. Strategic Wealth Designers is a paid sponsor of Loyola Athletics. No endorsement by Loyola Athletics is stated or implied, and Loyola Athletics is not a client of Strategic Wealth Designers.
Hey, Rambler fans, this is Cam Krutwig, and my favorite way to get into the game is through my friends at TicketEstore.com. Whether it's courtside or in the upper deck, TicketEstore.com has you covered. They have a wide selection that I love. The proud official ticketing partner of Loyola Athletics, Ticket eStore is alumni-owned and celebrating 20 years in the business. With no service fees, TicketEstore.com gets you in the game for less. Let's go, Ramblers.
Today's game was sponsored by Northside Catholic Academy, a proud sponsor of Loyola Athletics. You're looking for an educational experience with Catholic roots? Apply now at northsidecatholic.org and be a part of something greater. Today's final score, VCU 84, Loyola 65. And the game